Games! Did you see my backline play? It was so good. It was so just absolutely insane. I can't. You don't do that from center stage for a zone shot with 80% energy. I am not in, oh, I can't wait to just do like I just. I'm doing it. Fuck it. Let them use energy.
1-0.
You want to see net? I'll show them some fucking net. Hold on. Bye, bitch.
2-0.
Like, why did he do that? Like Mutex takes perfectly lined up shots and just fucks them. I don't know why he does that shit. It pisses me off so bad. You have the fulliest charged move that you charge for like 20 minutes. And this dude, my bad, this dude just decides to just hit up with this fucking Diddy Kong, no power, no range, fucked up hits. I don't know why, that was my bad too, my bad. But still, like, fuck. I hope he's listening too. All right, no more throwing, no more throwing. Still. Oh wow, okay. Yeah. Oh, that for a drop shot. Oh, that for a drop shot. Oh. Oh, all that for a drop shot. Morning, sweetheart.
Hello. Hi. Here we go.
I was passing Luma back and forth. No, Sabrina's so funny. Her and I, like, ours are like, so we sit there at the table and it's like there's one last cookie left. That cookie, like, looking like a Luma shaped cookie. And we're sitting there just like looking at each other up and down. It's like, so who's gonna eat it? Like, and I'm like, you eat it. It's fine. It's fine. And it's just like, no, like, you eat it. And it's just like, you get it, you get it. What the fuck? Oh, fuck him up. Yeah. I literally fucking zone shot it. No, I wasn't close enough.
3, 2. Change card.
I hate him so much. I hate him so much. It's insane. You know how bad I hate him? Do you know how bad I hate him? He's so bad. Okay, I'm not serious, but like, oh, I hate him so bad. Mm. Am I stupid? Oh. Thank you. This should be huge.
Game, set, and match. Receiver.
I need him. I need, like, I need, okay. I wish, I wish, I wish, I wish, I wish. Are you ready to see the middest ditty on the planet? Are you ready to see the most mid gameplay you've ever seen? Behold. Because I don't know why this fucking dude. Watch as our it's like a fucking magician. Watch this. Watch as our energy disappears. Watch as we could easily just zone speed over to the ball in -2 seconds and fucking reset. But watch as our energy, watch as our resources disappear. Oh, watch. It's gonna be great. Oh, it's gonna be flawless. Oh, it's gonna be great. What's the point of building up a resource and then not using it? Mutex? It's okay. It's early morning and I'm ready, okay? I haven't eaten either. That's another thing too. I need to eat. I need to eat because I'm fucking hungry. And I need to stream Metaphor at some point too. I want eggs. I want cheese. Oh, omelet sounds good. Ooh, omelet sounds so good actually. Wait. It's so insane to me. Like, he has the freest shot. And did you see Luma's trick shot in the back? Why doesn't he just fucking hit it? This is what I'm saying. Like, he just does, like, stupid... Okay, thanks. But he just does the most random things. I wish I... Ooh. Okay, I'm mostly playing this up because... Like, why did he... Okay. I'm mostly playing this up because I'm sure he's, like, gonna watch the VOD later. But still, he pisses me off. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. I'm right behind him, charging up the fattest shot. Look what's happening! And now we have no energy. Now, if we lose this point... Okay. Oh, he just was like... No, bitch!
4-3.
They should kill us. I don't know why they didn't special shot. Okay, there we go. Like,
Yay!
like, why did he do that? Why did he do that? Why did he do that? Do you see that? Do you see how bad that is? I have no idea why he does that. Like, wow, this shit is high. With no energy. Back up, bitch! I don't.
Match point.
Now will we zone speed or what? Okay, that was my bad. Yeah!
6-5.
Wait,
Match point.
wait, I got scared. Wait.
Game, set, and match. Receiver.
Whatever, man.
Here we go.
He can't do zone shots. He can't do he can't do zone shots because he doesn't have gyro. Why is Luma so good in doubles? Luma's so good in doubles because Luma generates a lot of energy for free because she floats. This is a he. He floats, and that floating makes it so that it's really easy to place shots without lunging. And it makes it easy to get fully charged shots. That basically make Luma a really good energy battery. They also have really, really good shot placement, and their angles are fucking insane, and their ground strokes are really good, and her volleys are really good, and it's just like, there's just nothing bad. The only thing that's bad about Luma is the lunge. But all floaties have that problem, so it's like... Exactly. That's what I was gonna do, bitch. That's what I was gonna do too. Yep. Fuck him up. I should have just used energy there. That was my bad. Oh, I don't know why he didn't lob. I don't know why he didn't lob. I don't know why he didn't lob. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know why. Let's be serious. Let's lock in. There you go. You got this ugly monkey. Thank you. I agree. No, 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 no. Okay, much better. The ugliest angle I've ever seen. No way. Please get me. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Look at him, look at him. Look. Please, lob. Lob, lob, lob! Or that. Okay, I don't know how he didn't get... Mutex is so bad. Like, I don't... I think we got a 360 here. I don't want to. I'm so bad at this. Yeah.
6 all. Change court. Advantage receiver. Match point.
That should have been me.
Advantage server. Match point.
You're scaring me, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Please, you have to lob. You have to lob. That works. Okay. No, that's it. Oh, I got no. No, I got that's lies. It's lies. I don't know why I won't just love. It's lies. No. I don't know why. Okay, sorry. Like lies. No. I don't understand. No. Man, I'm not gonna say all he needed to do was, okay, there's literally nothing wrong with just spamming lob whenever you have low energy and somebody's sitting at net, right? There's just nothing, there's nothing. This is insane to me. Like, this is insane to me. It's so insane to me. Why the fuck? Why the fuck is your idiot Diddy moving in front of someone fully in position to get a full 5-second full charged shot just for your stupid monkey ass to walk over and hit it with a useless single tap top spin. Like, are you insane? What? I can't. I hate it when you do that. I hate it. Oh. But at what? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Like it's like it. It's, you know what it's like to me? It's like you stood at the fucking grocery line for 20 minutes at Walmart trying to check out because self-checkout isn't working. And you're finally there. And then someone fucking cuts in front of you. Why would you would not, like, nobody would ever do that. Nobody would ever do that because that's rude. It's rude. It's stupid. It's not effective. It's just, it's not ethical. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't. It's I can't deal. All right, hold on. Let me look at this mod loader thing. Hold on, let me see. They send voice messages in the Mario Tennis Aces Discord, and I don't ever read them. Is that bad? Like, I never listen to them. Because I'm not trying to, like, hear people, you know what I mean? I'm trying to read text, I'm not trying to listen, you know? Okay, it's, Nexus, mods, meta for... Metaphor fix. Okay, hold on, let's see. Better anti-aliasing. Metaphor essentials? Oh, thank God. What is this? Let's see. Reloaded 2. Okay. Alright, let me go download. Let me download a Reloaded 2. It's been a while since I've used this. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, reloaded, setup. Let's see, add an application. All right, hold on, give me a second. Let's see. Download the reloaded mod loader. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see. So open up the program. It says add an application. All right. Okay, so let me go find metaphor. Give me just a moment. Okay, I won't start it up now. I'm not gonna play it right now because I still want to play a little bit more tennis. I'm waiting for people to get ready and stuff, but okay. There it is. Alright. Alright. Okay, perfect. Metaphor added. Okay, okay. Alright, so it works. Okay. Install a mod. Search mods. Bitch, are you joking? Hold on, let's see. Okay, Persona 5 documentation. Okay, Reloaded 2. Bro, you are awful. I'm going to your stream, but my girl wants me to take her to the corner store. She needs to take you to go get some fucking coaching. That's what needs to happen. Because I just don't understand what goes on in that brain of yours when you're playing Mario Tennis Aces. Like I have no idea. I'm struggling to understand the thought process. Bitch. Huh? It's crazy to me. Like no toxic, no flame. You might be the only person that thinks that. Oh. I just don't understand why in this world mediocrity is so acceptable to people. That's what I don't understand. Do people not get sick of like not striving for more, striving for better? Why am I seeing the same stupid ass tricks at the net? Why is he walking over in my space like I'm stupid? When I like I'm gonna have so much energy. This shot, you know why fully charged shots are good? Not only do you gain a bunch of energy from it, but you can capitalize off of that shot to run up and rush the net. So why is Diddy with the worst ground strokes in the game with no power coming over to me and interrupting my fully charged shot to hit it with nothing? Because it works. It's not that it works. It's what makes sense. It's what's consistent. Because if we do stupid shit that happens to work, it reinforces bad habits. And when you fight somebody who knows what they're talking about, who knows how to fight, who knows how to play the game, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Hold on. Don't talk to me.
Bro,
Don't talk. You're so bad. It's insane. No, I just want to know where your mindset. Ace, what? Don't ace me. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do?
This is what happened. This is what happened.
What happens?
Okay? You're a baseline player, right?
Okay.
Baseline player.
Base. Okay.
Stay in your lane, bucko.
That's not how it works. It's not binary.
Guys, it
Are
is
you in?
binary. When it's me and you.
No, it's not
very
binary.
binary.
Sometimes
Yes, it
it's
is.
sometimes there are opportunities that are there that need to be taken advantage of, and then we can go back once it's finished. Are you crazy?
Okay, listen.
Is that how you play COD? Do you play COD
Trick?
binary?
COD is not the same. COD is
Yeah, oh,
not
oh,
the
oh,
same
oh,
game, dude.
oh,
It is not the same.
Is
game.
it just like situations
trick shot.
are always gonna work out the same way every time? No.
Listen. I trick shot at net because I have them lunging when I trick shot in the middle.
Uh-huh.
And when they lunge, I have enough time to smash to the side, and that's how I score my average of 10 points a game.
Against
okay?
Sabrina, maybe, yeah, sure, but against everybody else, we know what to do. Like you just go to this, you go to the sides and just go in position. You never trick shot in the middle. Why don't you ever trick shot in middle? Why don't you ever do that? I forgot how to play.
What?
Can you?
I always trick shot in the middle. What
No,
are
you
talking about?
don't. Can you teach me how to play again? I kind of forgot.
I do. Yes, I do. bro.
No, you don't. You
Now
only
I'm gonna
trick
fucking
shot
spank
to
you
the
in here. Now I'm gonna
sides.
spank you right
That's
here,
what you
dude.
do. You
Now I'm gonna
trick shot
spank
at
you
the
right
sides
here, bro.
every single time. I don't want to hear it.
Now I'm gonna spank you in this singles.
I forgot how to play singles because I've been playing too much doubles. Fuck you. Oh, it's not even fair. This is so stupid. All you do is grind singles
This
and then
is
I get
what
fucked up.
happens
I don't
when
play
you
stupid.
talk
No,
shit.
this isn't even fair. It's not even
This
fair.
is what happens
It's
when you
literally
talk
not
shit,
fair.
dude.
It's not even fair. It's not fair.
This is what happens when you talk shit.
I
dude.
just
You cannot talk shit.
I'm new to the game. I don't have the fundamentals to like walk up to singles and start playing because I don't play fucking stupid.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. And yet, in spite of my mediocrity, in spite of my newness to the game, you still lose points. I don't know how that happens. Just take the point. Just
Because
take.
I'm trolling. That's why.
Oh, you're trolling.
Yes. You think I'm trying?
It feels like whenever you do, Ooh, wait.
Look at that.
What? Look at what?
Shit on.
Nothing even happened.
Shit on.
Nothing
Look at
even
you, Lob. Easy reads.
No, easy reads. Right.
Easy reads,
right
buddy.
next. No,
Look at
you're down.
Look at you, buddy. Oh, look at you. Oh, look at you. Back up. Back up like a good boy. Yup.
Shut the fuck up.
boy.
Like it's so insane.
Good
It's you're
boy,
it's
dude.
so bad. It's so bad how you sit there with top players. You sit there with top players, play with them for 20 hours, and then walk up to new players who just started playing a month ago and going like, "Oh, I'm so good." That's not how it works. Okay.
You wanna know what's hold on. You wanna know what's crazy?
What's
You wanna know
crazy? What's crazy?
This is what's crazy.
What's crazy?
I don't ever chirp like new players unless they're little shit talkers like you.
I don't shit. You started it. I am a
Listen,
kind,
no,
sweet person. You can ask my stream. I am the kindest, sweetest person. No, I am so sweet.
There's-
And what you
there's
did,
proof.
and what you did is
There's
that you
proof
came
in
over
the
and you
chat.
provoked
There's
me.
proof.
You provoked me into violence. I
There's
never act
proof
like this.
In the chat.
Proof
There's
in the
proof
chat. What do you mean?
You started throwing the game.
I didn't
and then
start
You
thro-
tagged me, calling me a thrower, dude.
Because you were
started it, bro.
throwing. It's not my fault if you
No,
throw. And
dude, I did
oh, so you
not
can just
throw the game,
play like
dude.
fucking whatever and throw the game, and I call you a thrower, and I'm the bad guy. Like
How
what
many
did I
points
do?
Did I have that game.
It's debatable. It's debatable.
You don't. Oh, you want to go back? You want to go back in your VOD and look at my 10 points?
I'd rather not because I have a schedule. I have things I need to do right now.
Yeah, there it is.
Well, I do. I have things. Okay, like
There
it.
it is, dude. There it is, dude. We got him, boys. We got him. Now I'm about to spank you in solos. You're gonna be extra demoralized.
You are coaching me in this because I don't know how to play. That's what the agreement was. Okay.
Oh, I'm not coaching you until I beat the shit out of you.
But yeah, you already did. I already lost. This is so bad.
Oh, I'm not done. I'm not done. This is my therapy session for you.
Therapy session?
This is my therapy session for costing me in doubles.
I didn't cost you anything. You threw.
You costed me.
You can listen.
Now-
You can
and
watch
now-
the
and now I'm
VOD.
gonna punish you in this.
You okay?
Yeah,
Like that's
yeah.
not okay. Why don't we do this in doubles, so you know how to fucking so you can learn how to play the game.
Okay, dude, sure. You're telling the guy that won the most matches that he sucks at doubles.
We had the easiest game. We had the easiest. No, I'm sorry. We had the easiest game. We had the easiest game, and all you needed to do All you needed to do was not do your stupid.
Yeah,
No,
Coach
listen to me.
Star, dude, my bad, Coach.
No, can I ask you why when we
Yeah.
have green 80% energy, it's full of abundance. We have so many resources. Why do you do the fucking trick shot thing? It doesn't make any sense. Just walk over
Because
to it.
It's a reaction time thing. Dude.
What the
It
fuck?
is a reaction time thing.
You're
You can go
not
back in
that
the pod
guy.
watch-
And not even being rude,
you
like not
can
even trying to be mean
watch
about
me
it.
score
But
that
you're not
way,
good.
dude.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. You did clutch a lot. Okay, you did clutch a lot of those tricks. Okay, but what I don't understand is why even go for that when you have so much energy. What's the
Because
cost?
It's a waste of energy. That's why.
We have
You're burning-
80%. We'll just get it right back
doesn't-
immediately anyway.
No, I could score without wasting it, and we'll keep him in a snowball effect, buddy.
For what?
You-
And at the
So-
cost
so
of
we
what?
can win.
At the cost
So
of
we
what?
can
At the cost
win.
of what?
You
At
just
the
have
cost
to-
of what?
you
We're
just
winning.
have to stay. You could just stay baseline, and I promise you will never lose.
I just don't-
Just respect the baseline, and we'll never lose. I swear to God, I'm not joking. I'm not
I
even
just
joking.
don't understand
I'm not even
why
joking.
you think that we need to go for plays like that when we're up like 10 billion points. For what? There's
Wait, hold on. Listen, I'm not even joking. If you go back in the VOD, everything spiraled when you went to net. I'm not even.
That's
joking.
not even how that fucking works. That's
I swear to God, that's what
you
happened.
are
I swear to
unbelievable.
God.
You're unbelievable.
I swear to God, that's what happened.
That's not what
Go
happened.
Back to the VOD. Go back to the VOD.
It's not what
Go
happened.
back to the VOD.
It's not
Go
what
back to the
happened.
VOD. I swear to
It's
God,
not
that's
it's not what happened.
I literally said, why is Ace going to net? I just scored 40 million points. We're up by 20. He just needs to stay base. And you're a fucking dumbass with Luma floating over to dude. Just stay on base.
It's
brother.
debatable. It's debatable. Do you even know who's good at net?
Yo.
Do you know that Luma is one of the best net characters in the entire game? Don't get on
You
me.
make her look horrible.
No, I
You
fucking
make her
don't.
look
No, I
horrible.
don't. You just don't know how to play
make her look like a
baseline because you want to be Mr. Superstar. You no. You don't even know how to play.
I
You
don't
don't know
know
how to
how
play
to play- I would
baseline
love
because
to
you
play
just want to.
base.
You want all the attention. You want all the glory, which is why anytime somebody else walks up to the net, that's why you do that shit where you take people's fully charged shot because
Okay, how about this? How about
you're
this?
a
Next time we play doubles,
you're a
I will
hog.
Only baseline for you.
You
I
are-
will only baseline.
Your only baseline. I
swear to God, I
doubt
love
doubt
baseline.
it. I doubt
Bro,
you have the
dude,
capacity
I love
to let
Shy
somebody
Guy.
else.
I love Shy Guy baseline. Are you
Uh-huh.
insane? I
Alright.
love it. It was my main shit.
Uh-huh.
I started netting because nobody knows how to net.
Okay, fine.
Like
We'll
you.
see. We'll see. How about that? We'll see. How's about that?
We will.
We'll see if it's possible. In fact, looking. Hold on. Looking for two, please.
You're insane, dude.
I'm insane.
Holy shit. Holy
I'm
shit,
insane.
I'm your I spank you in singles. I carry you.
It's
in doubles,
crazy.
and what else do I do, bro?
What was that show you were talking about? Did they have gaslighters in that show too?
What show? What?
The fucking,
Gaslight?
what's the show you were talking about? The one with the marriage or whatever?
There's crazy gaslighting.
Well, yeah, will you be fucking perfect on it, honestly?
What the hell's wrong with you, bro? I'm not gaslighting you.
Yes, you are!
I'm speaking the facts here. That's
The
it.
facts. The facts
facts are
are
the
subjective.
facts.
How do you even know the facts when it's subjective? Like, there's no facts.
There are facts, bro. Oh my god.
It was an accident.
Oh
I sneezed.
my.
It was an
You
accident.
didn't sneeze.
It was an
You
accident.
did not sneeze.
It was an accident.
You did not fucking sneeze.
Can I fucking make mistakes sometimes? Like, can I be human?
I mean, I'm human and I don't make those mistakes.
Cause you get all the coaching in the world, and this is how it works. Just take the point.
Oh my god.
Just take the point. Just take the point. Take the
I'm
point.
gonna keep spanking you for maybe like one more match, and then I'll start helping you.
Uh-huh.
Just a little beat down, just a reality.
It's a completely different setting, and you have the nerve to act like this has any bearing on anything. It's so
Oh my
bad.
God, look at this beat
It's-
down. Oh my god. Oh my god. Get the fuck back
It's
there.
so bad.
Get the fuck back there, dude.
Do you take any kind of victory and just like milk it like that? Is that what you do? Oh my
I
god.
do. Whenever I play with shit talkers, yes I do.
I don't shit
know.
talk.
I milk the fuck out of
I-
Dude, listen. The Discord receipts are there, bro. I'll pull them out. I'll pull them out. For
Okay,
you
so I can.
straight.
Okay, so you could be mean, and I try, and I do it one time, and then all of a sudden,
wasn't mean.
yes,
I
you
was- I
were.
never- What did I say? That was
You
mean
are the
first?
meanest person in the
What did-
Discord besides like that other
what-
dude. Like
What
you.
did I say? What did I say in the Discord?
I
What
forgot.
Did I say that
Oh, you.
engaged
Okay, so that's gaslighting. You want me to go pick up the evidence in the middle of our tennis match? Is that what you want to do?
Okay, well after this,
I'm not doing that.
I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna go read the receipts after this.
Uh huh.
I did not fucking engage or instigate or anything, dude.
In this one. Oh, okay, right.
I swear, dude.
Chat.
I swear.
Chat.
I'm-
Listen. Everybody, listen to me right now. You know what he does? He goes on fucking ranked with rando people and just goes like, "This dude is such a shitter. He's the worst person I've ever played in my life. All he does is OS and like all you do is
OS
special
and
shot,
what?
and I can't fuck. It's so bad.
Oh,
But all you needed to do is just get better
okay, I
and then
see.
let the results speak for themselves. But no.
Wait. You guess what happened? Guess
What happened?
I learned how to OS and I beat the same kid.
Oh,
The
so
very-
so what? So now what? You're just as bad as them. Nice. Good job.
Well, no, I mean I'm abusing the same glitch they're abusing. Like what? If you use that shit on me, I'm gonna use it back. Like how is that not fair?
It's tennis. It's a competitive
Exactly.
game.
Okay, so
So there's
using a
ethics.
glitch like OS, I'm
Are
allowed
there
to use
ethics
it too.
involved in tennis?
I'm allowed to use the same glitch they're using. Like,
So
what?
then why are you bitching about it?
I didn't know about it at first. Nobody would teach me.
Okay.
So now they taught me, and now I'm spanking everyone.
So now you're spanking me with that same shitty strategy. It's insane to me.
Well,
like
I haven't done it at all. I haven't done it at all.
okay. Yeah,
I
debatable.
swear to God, do you want me to show you what it is?
Sure.
Hold on. Let me go to the fucking. Hold on. Let me see. Let's go see where I instigated this idiot. Let me go look, dude. Let's look at this shit. Dude. Hold on.
It's
yeah,
it is.
there it is. Yo, there it is. I'm looking at it the whole time.
And where is it?
I'm talking shit to Jujib the whole time. Jujib's getting roasted, and then you come out of nowhere and you're like, Mutex, thrower. Look, go look, dude.
Okay, where? What is that?
You
At the top?
started the fight. You started at the top. Yes, you are insane.
Oh, let me look.
dude.
Let me look. Let me look.
You
let
are
me
just a nut job.
Let me
dude.
look.
This is all you.
Look. No, that's what it was. I said thrower because we were in the middle of our match, and then you did that stupid trick shit and lost us the game when we were up like 3 points. I don't know
sure.
why you did that.
Okay,
Oh.
you know what? I'm gonna go record that whole game, and I'm gonna get everyone's opinion. I don't
Everyone's
give a fuck
opinion.
anymore, dude.
So,
Everyone.
great, great.
Everyone's gonna see. I didn't
This guy,
throw
listen to me. This guy is some super popular streamer, and he uses his influence to get people to bend to his will. That's what he does. Okay.
I don't have
You're just
influence
like
in
you're
this
just like
Discord.
you're
I
just
get
like a rich
roasted
person
by
in America.
everyone.
Okay. You're just like a politician. You're just getting rich. You're just using your influence to get everybody on your side, and then when when one of the little guys like us comes through, and you just sick them. You sick us all on it. Like it's insane.
Wait,
It's-
you
it's-
wanna know what? You wanna know what's happening right now? You're gaslighting me. Dude.
I'm gaslighting you.
You're
It's not
gaslighting
possible.
me right now, dude.
It's not possible.
You're gaslighting the shit out of me.
It's not. It's not. It's literally not possible.
Like you're gaslighting me for my success. Like,
Okay.
like my
For
bad,
your
I'm a good
success.
Call of Duty streamer, dude. Like what? What do you want me to say?
It's. Oh yeah.
Why would you all?
Because why would you rush the net? Because why would you? I saw you. Listen.
Look at what's going on now. Now you're fucked.
Nothing happened.
Now you're fucked. Look. No.
Oh. Is that mediocrity I see?
You just trolled so hard.
Did I? Oh.
fuck.
Surprise.
Oh, don't speak too soon.
No,
bro.
it's fine.
Wait
It's
till I
fine.
get
No,
my energy
I'm
back.
new, so I'm gonna likely lose this game anyway. So it's fine. I can talk all the shit I want to because I'm at the bottom here. I can say anything I want. I have nothing to prove yet. You okay?
Oh, I'm fine, dude. I'm just building my energy.
You're building your energy.
Once I
Um,
get my energy, you're chalked. And it's over. There it is.
Nothing
I'm
happened.
back in play. I'm back in play. I got my energy. GG. Yep. Yep. Oh yeah, it's looking slow. buddy.
Shut up.
It's looking
Like,
grim.
it's-
Oh, it's looking grim.
It's impossible.
Oh, it's looking grim.
You are so
it's
bad.
looking really
You're
grim.
so
Oh
bad.
my
It
God.
blows my mind.
It's looking horrible. Right now.
Like I just
my
don't.
God.
How do you take?
Oh my God.
How do you take? That shouldn't have been a level 2 chart. Flop. That didn't make any sense. But I just don't understand how you take these little small little victories and just milk them so bad. Like it's just like.
That's how you live life, bro.
That's how you live.
You gotta milk your small victories.
Uh-huh.
Dude. You don't get victories all the time. You gotta milk them.
What the hell?
Look at that. What did I say, dude? Told you it was over.
You can't beat up babies and go like, oh wow, I beat up the baby.
Babies?
Like you can't,
What the
you can't,
fuck are you
like
talking
you can't
about,
beat
dude?
up small little newbies at Mario. You're so bad.
Newbies, okay, sure. Saying I'm a fucking baby beater is insane, dude.
Well, what am I in this context? A new player, and you're beating me up, and then make me feel bad for it. You beat up lesser players. That's not very honorable of you.
Cause you talk shit.
I
Was
learned from the
was
best.
that- Yeah, not me, bro.
Yeah.
Not me, bro.
Like you're not the best shit talker in the server? Yeah, right.
I mean, I'm a good shit talker when people deserve it, dude. You're being a little shit talker. I gotta roast your shit. Hold that, boy.
I literally
Yeah.
no, like it's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible.
Alright, I'm gonna shit on you one more map, and then I'll start teaching you.
Are there people playing doubles, please? Okay, we need one more for doubles. Hold on.
No, not Jujube again, bro.
Don't. No, Jujube was perfectly fine. No, don't even.
It was not
What's wrong with
perfectly fine.
Jujube? So we win one time, and you get
Jujube literally
pissed.
trolls on my team. He loves trolling. Do you not hear the voice messages he says? He's literally purposely
I honestly,
trolling
half the
you.
time I don't even listen to those because I'm just like, it's probably something mean, so I don't even read them. But like, what did he say?
That guy literally loves my attention. He literally purposely doesn't play the right role to fuck with me.
No, he does not.
Dude, he said it. He admits it. He's a psycho, dude. He literally fucks with me. The guy's a nut. I fucking love the guy, but goddamn, bro, like he knows how to fucking press my buttons. What are you doing?
Shut up! I can't
What
believe
are
you're
you
so mean. Like I can't even play. I can't even play.
God.
I can't even play because you're so fucking rude. I don't understand.
I'm gonna make sure
I lob
you
one
never play
time.
this bad ever again, dude.
I
I'm
lob
gonna make
one-
sure you never play this bad again. I will teach you to be fucking great. Don't worry. Oh my god, what? Oh my god.
I slice and I get yelled at.
What? What are you? Oh!
I didn't even do anything.
Yeah, I know. I'm just messing with you at this point.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm honestly just getting in your head. Honestly, it's working.
It's not working at all.
beautifully. It's working.
I
beautifully,
promise you, it's
honestly.
not. What the fuck?
Oh, that's a nutty cut. Oh, it's another nutty cut. Oh, it's a great drop shot.
Oh, I should have actually. No, you're right. Those are the top spins, right? Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, you fucked up. Yep, I knew it. Read it like a book. Read it like a book. Oh my god.
Why'd I do that?
No. No.
Oh my fucking god. Like, I hate this game. Stop. I do one little lunge and my whole fucking world falls apart. It's just bad. It's like this game is so bad. I like it. Like I won one time and like literally like my life savings deplete. Like it's like I lose my house. Like it's
I do acquire the fucking D tier house after this match.
wait.
Oh my. Okay,
It's not.
I am absolutely in awe right now. I am mind blown at the decisions you're making right now.
Again, I learned from the best.
Oh my goodness.
You're just so mean.
What
Like,
are you
I can't
doing?
play with you being so mean to me. Like, I
my-
can't. And what's this about you not having gyro controls?
It's, dude, it's the controller I'm using.
Why don't you just get a new one?
I am. It's coming in. I've got a custom built one from Battle Beaver.
You've been... Oh, Battle Beaver? You mean the custom controller maker?
Yes, I'm sponsored by them, bro.
Oh,
Those are
right.
my
Okay, what's the
boys.
code that I can use to get a discount?
Code Mutex.
Code Mutex? At what? What's the
10% off.
website?
BattleBeaverCustoms.com.
.com? Great, awesome. I'll look right into that one. Do they make Xbox controllers?
They make all types of controllers.
Oh, that's
Nintendo
awesome.
Switch,
Oh, I love
Xbox,
that. That's
PS5.
cool. Wow. I can't wait to give them this fucking try. Fuck.
Maybe you won't make stupid decisions. On the
I'm
game.
not making stupid decisions.
Look at this. What a bad decision.
I'm making
for
decisions that are completely in line with my skill level.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We're all gonna make purchases
Oh.
right now. See, maybe if you do, you could be just as good as Mutex.
Did you just say Mutex?
Match point.
Did you just say Mutex? Nah, Ace. I know you're there. I can hear myself in the echo. Did you just say Mutex? You know it's Mutex. Mutex. There's a big T right in the
Oh,
middle,
my bad.
capitalized.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My bad. I didn't emphasize the T. I'm so sorry. My bad. It was an
You
accident.
said Mutex.
My bad. I'm so sorry. My bad. My bad. My bad. I didn't realize it was that important to you.
No, you're good, Aussie. You're good, bro.
See? All right.
Yeah.
Whew.
Or is it Ace? Or is it Ace? I don't know. I can't pronounce words either.
Okay. Where are the people at? It's 10 a.m. on a fucking Saturday. Where? Huh? Useless Discord. Hold on. Am I here? Oop. Wait, yeah, I am. Okay. They're sleeping
Michael
in.
fell asleep beside me, bro. Holy fuck. I think I gotta fucking...
That
Okay,
is
do
so...
not instigate me to fucking yell at you. Do not instigate me to yell at you.
Wait, what did you just say to me? You want me to not instigate you so that you don't yell?
At you, yes.
Why don't you just not be a bitch?
Me?
Yes!
Yeah, me.
You're the number one bitcher in the server. You're so bad.
I'm the #1 bitcher in the server.
I don't think there's a single person here that bitches as much as you do.
Nobody cares as much as I do, that's why.
Okay.
I'm a passionate gamer, dude.
Uh-huh. Is that where the COD comes from? Like,
That's where the world records come from, baby.
the world records.
World records.
Of doing what?
5 of them.
World record what? Fastest rage quit?
No, what? Most kills in the world.
Most kills in the world.
Yes. I swear to God. there's
Against
YouTube
bronze? Like
videos.
what?
Well, it's...
Oh, shit.
We're doing it against bronze as well. What are you talking about?
You know what?
Doesn't matter who it's against. Oh, look at that. We're using zone shot.
Sorry.
Okay.
Was that bad? Should I have done something else?
No, you're good. Zone shot all you want. I got you.
Was
No
that
worries.
correct? I just...
No worries, go. No worries.
That was a really good slice. Am I what? Okay.
Yeah, what the fuck was that, dude? Nope. Nope. Nope.
Why are you lobbing when I'm... It's just over.
Yeah.
Like, this game sucks.
Maybe instead of questioning my lob, maybe you should do a lob like that and you'll score, buddy.
New players will lunge, and it's crazy how you... I just don't understand! I think we have one, by the way. Okay. 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 Okay.
Oh, shit on. Oh, shit on. Oh my god, I'm fucking shitting
It's
everywhere.
crazy.
I'm shitting
He's
everywhere.
breaking
It's
my
making a
ankles
fucking
because he
mess.
gets top players to teach him. Okay, I don't have that yet. Okay, if I had the resources to do such a
Oh
thing,
my
this would
god, I'm
not be
literally
happening.
just shitting everywhere, dude.
I
I'm just making a
oh
fucking mess. There's just a big mess all over the floor. I'm just shitting.
I don't understand. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay,
I'm literally
can
just
he
shitting everywhere.
can
Dude.
hold on? Who's this guy? I can't see. Can you add Mutex? Actually, you know what? Add me.
Don't say my name like that again. I'm gonna fucking
Mutex. How's about that?
Baby,
Mutex.
I'm gonna take you up to bed. Wanna go to the corner store? Yeah? Alright, yo. I'll be back in like 15 minutes, alright?
Sure. Great. Have fun. Be safe.
I'm done beating the shit out of you, bro. You are fucking.
Just go to the
terrible. I
fucking
proved
store,
my point.
please. Please, just hurry
I
up.
proved my point.
It's
I
insane.
proved
Just
my
hurry.
point.
Just go, 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 go.
Listen, bro. If you go to the bathroom and you pull your pants down and you look at your ass.
All right. Like interacting, like it's 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 just like it's just I just don't understand where the audacity comes from. Like we as a community, we as a collective need to have this sort of audacity. Need one. We as a community need to have that same audacity, okay? Like, because I just don't know where he gets off talking like this when he just started playing the game. There is not like, it's remember my undefeatables. Do you remember my undefeatables when I first started playing Smash? Do you remember my undefeatables and I never fucking went to any tournaments and like didn't get any top level results or anything and I was talking like that? Like, where do I get off talking like that? That's not even. It's hot in here. Right, no, that's what I'm saying. Suck my ass. Like, that's what I... Udex is silly. That's what I'm saying, too. It's like, this is like... I'm sorry for the straight jump scare. My bad, right? My bad. My bad. My bad. I'm pretty sure you weren't expecting an early morning Mario Tennis Aces stream with a top Call of Duty streamer player on call on my stream. I'm sure you weren't expecting that, but you never know what you're gonna get here. Top? Okay, I'm gonna kill you. All right. All right, give me a second. I'm trying to look for these okay, well, Loki, that was kind of fun. Okay, Loki, that was kind of fun. It was a little fun. I had a little bit of fun. I had a smidgen of fun. Okay, so how are you supposed to? Okay, quick start guide. So find the game, configure the mods, enable mods. All right. So how do I install a mod then? Okay. Well, while we wait for someone else to join us for tennis, we are going to watch Claire. You're going to watch the first half of this episode of Claire making strawberry shortcake bars, okay? So behave yourselves. Okay, well, I'll be right back. 1 second.
Have enough to kind of balance out the acidity of the. By the way, this piece of cardboard is from a pizza box.
Calvin. This is not going to
Oops,
work.
that was.
None of this is
Cal,
going to
oh
work.
my God. I don't come to your job and troll your ideas.
You're at my job.
Yeah, true. Today I'm going to be showing you how I recreate the Good Humor strawberry shortcake bars. I have such a distinct memory when I was a kid of the ice cream truck being on my block, possibly like directly in front of my house. I was maybe like 10 or something. Someone was like, oh, you should get the strawberry shortcake bar, and I got it from the ice cream truck, and I thought it was phenomenal. So delicious. And I don't think I've had one since. So we're gonna open these up. The box makes me happy to look at. It's so cheerful. It looks the way I remember it. Delicious. Oh my gosh, the color, it's like fluorescent. I mean, it smells like strawberry flavoring, not very natural smelling. The smell is not making me super excited to try this, plus I just had breakfast. So I'm gonna taste it and see how it holds up. Do I really have to do this?
Oh, yeah.
They're very like soft. Well, also it's been out of the freezer. The strawberry flavoring really reminds me of something, but I can't quite put my finger on it. What kind of medicine when we were kids was strawberry flavored? That's what it reminds me of. It is very artificial tasting, and any artificial fruit flavoring kind of reminds me of like medicine from when you were a kid. It's cold, and whenever you eat something cold, it mutes a lot of the more subtle flavors, so it's like I'm not getting anything really other than kind of like artificial strawberry flavor. Pretty sure there's no actual dairy in it, because then that would like make it melt. The crumbs on the outside are crunchy, so it kind of works, but I don't want to eat it anymore. Maybe take another bite.
I remember the corners, the bottom corners were always the best because those
Oh, it would
inevitably
melt.
be the most melted.
Yeah. So unlike zebra cakes, cosmic brownies, this is actually like drumstick, but unlike the last two, I'm actually really excited to recreate the version that I think I had when I was a kid. Because it's not that. It's not the thing I just tasted. Nostalgia of childhood is powerful and blah, 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 but like this can be better. And I know I'm gonna make it better. Still gonna read the ingredients. I don't think it's gonna like give me much to go on because I don't need it. I know how to make ice cream and how to make cake. Those are the two main components. But we'll take a look just for sake of edification. Non-fat milk, cake crunch, parentheses, bleached wheat flour, sugar, palm oil, salt, baking soda, artificial flavor, soybean oil, FDNC red 40 lake, soy lecithin, close parentheses, water, corn syrup, soybean oil, palm oil, sugar, fructose, coconut oil, less than 2% of, water, strawberry puree, whey, coconut, monoamine diglycerides, citric acid, guar gum, natural and artificial flavors, locust bean gum, terra gum, red 40, salt, polysorbate 80, red 3, caramel color. And this contains coconut, milk, soy, and wheat. I really want to know more about the natural and artificial flavors because I know they don't have to like say what that is, but I have questions. A lot of coloring, but I'm not surprised. On that list of less than 2% of it does say strawberry puree, so technically there is strawberry in it. I don't really need to retain any of that information because we're not going that route. I have popsicle molds that I'm going to be using for this. They're the only ones that I have, and I've had them, from before. So the measurements aren't that relevant because I'm just going to be making them the size of the popsicle molds that I have. But I'll measure it anyway. I want something somewhat close, and I want to make something either like much smaller or much larger than the original, but I have what I have.
Why don't you make your own molds?
I don't want to make my own molds. I like to measure in centimeters. It's about 4.7 centimeters side to side, 9.5 lengthwise. And then in terms of the width, it's like 2.3 centimeters wide. I already know that what I want to do is make ice cream because it's like, on the back it says like, do you hear the ice cream truck? It's like, this is, to me, should be an ice cream treat, even though it doesn't really say ice cream anywhere. It says dessert bars. The kind of ice cream that I like is like dense. And yes, it has air worked into it, but I'm not even gonna take the weight of this because mine I know is gonna be heavier because I'm gonna not have this kind of like non-dairy, like jet puffed thing. I'm gonna have real ice cream. I remember them being, it's like a cake. I think that it advertises as like a cake crumb. Can I read what it says? Does it describe them anywhere? Yeah. Frozen layers of cake pieces, creamy vanilla, and a strawberry center. It doesn't say creamy vanilla what, just creamy vanilla. So I have these little cake particles. The size range is pretty wide. The largest ones being a half a centimeter across and the smallest ones being just like little teeny tiny crumbs, a millimeter maybe across. So they're pretty soft. I mean, they've thawed a little bit. That was the vanilla one, no vanilla flavor detectable even remotely. It's not really tasty on its own at all. It has like residual fake strawberry flavor from just, I think, being in the same package as and next to the other pieces. The flavor is sort of like just not really there. They don't taste like much. Really, this is a texture thing. Soft as soon as it kind of hydrates, but there is like a very kind of soft, pleasant, very slight crunch. So I'm just gonna cut off the top to try to expose the interior. So it actually is a lot of strawberry compared to vanilla. This strawberry layer is 4 centimeters by 1.2. The vanilla all the way around. Maybe on average, call it 3 millimeters. Here are my molds. One challenge is they have these ridges, which I imagine are there to help with removal from the molds, but I'm gonna have to address that because I don't want any ridges on my version. I want them to be smooth, like the photo. The molds to me looked a little small when I saw them, but obviously this is gonna be just the ice cream and then the crumbs are gonna be on top, so they'll be a little bit bigger all the way around. It's not so different, really. If I put it in, it does. It's a little taller. I can't put it in too much more because the stick just moves and it's not the actual strawberry sugar. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it out. But it's close. It's really close. Hopefully no food coloring. One thing I have in my back pocket is hibiscus powder, which we have here because Harris really likes drinking hibiscus tea. But that'll add like a little fruity acidity and color. Now I'm going to make my game plan. I love graph paper. I can make my little boxes. I'm gonna do vanilla base and chill it. By base, I mean ice cream base. Make strawberry base, spin and make and freeze core. Spin vanilla and fill molds. Make and bake vanilla and straw cakes. Make cake crumbs, unmold and assemble. And then they'll need to freeze again, so and freeze. But I can do some of these things simultaneously. Like while I'm waiting for ice cream to freeze, I can make the cake and so on. So might not do exactly this order, but these are my basic steps. I'm gonna start with strawberries actually. I know the first thing I wrote down was vanilla base, but I wanna think about how long things are gonna take me and try to do them simultaneous. So the first thing I'm gonna do is roast some fresh strawberries. The challenge of a fruit ice cream is introducing a lot of moisture, because fruit is like 90-something% water, into your ice cream base, which can make it really icy. So although nothing beats the flavor of fresh strawberries, I'm gonna cook them down. I'm gonna roast them at a low temp to try to sort of dehydrate them and soften them at the same time. So I'm just gonna hull these. And I think anytime you are roasting fruit or something high in sugar, what you really want is a silicone baking mat, even more than parchment, because it really wants to stick. And I know people think parchment is nonstick, but sometimes things do stick to parchment. I'm stuck. What do I do? So I'm just gonna chop these up small pieces because I want maximum surface area to draw out the juices. I'm gonna add a little sugar. I don't wanna add a lot of sugar because I don't wanna take the perfectly sweetened vanilla base and make it sweeter for the strawberry. So I'm just gonna have enough to kind of balance out the acidity of the strawberries, plus they're not like super sweet to begin with. Sugar, I'm kind of spread these out. So maybe a couple tablespoons. I'm just tossing all these together. I'm gonna take it out of the oven periodically and give it a stir, mostly from preventing like the outer edges from getting too dry. These are gonna go in. And then I'm gonna let those dry out and soften while I'm making my ice cream base. Saucepan, 3 cups of whole milk to 1 cup of cream. Sugar, 3/4 of a cup. Salt, I'm gonna add a pinch of salt to that dairy base. So definitely one visual difference is going to be that mine is going to have vanilla flecks in it. These are pretty juicy vanilla beans. I think I'm just going to use a half. So I split open the pod, then use the dull side of the knife, keeping your finger on one end, and scrape. I'm going to go back for like multiple scrapings. There's part of the kind of inner part of the pod here, but plus all the seeds, and then this is all going to go into my saucepan. 8 yolks, which is about 160 grams. Okay, so I have my yolks, my sugar. This is going to come up to a gentle simmer. It's going to help that vanilla to infuse. I'm going to start to whisk together my sugar and my yolks. You can see it's starting to get a little bit pale. I'm seeing a little bit of steam coming off of my dairy base. So now I'm going to go ahead and combine them. So you want to whisk constantly. And now I killed the heat. So now once you've poured in about half, you can pour the eggs back into the saucepan. In retrospect, the saucepan is a little small. Now I'm actually going to switch from the whisk to a spatula. Kind of the traditional term for this mixture is crème anglaise. I have this on medium. We're going to cook this until it reaches about 180 Fahrenheit. So I just have my thermometer that I'm going to use to test. 179, basically there. 180. The eggs have definitely thickened. It has the most beautiful texture. I need to cool the whole thing down because I don't want to put it into my ice cream machine hot. It should really go in cold, already chilled. So I'm going to make an ice bath. So I'm just going to stir this in here and see how I have the ice water coming up to the level of the custard. Mainly you want to avoid any water getting inside. That's not good. So when this is cold, I can take about half of the base and keep it in the fridge. So keep it cold. That'll be the vanilla. And then I can focus on the strawberry. So this is actually kind of wet and this is hot. The juices have really thickened. Like when I run the spatula through, it's sort of like almost candied. And you can see that they've shrunk a lot, like they've lost all that water content. I am going to just let these cool. Once the vanilla is in the fridge, we'll blend the strawberry. I'll do it into 2 containers and then I'll have both strained. I'm just kind of estimating like by sight, like maybe that's about half. This one in the fridge, keep it cold. So this will be my strawberry. I'll get my blender out. Ah! Oops, I was the last person who used it. This has cooled to the point where I can touch it. It's still hot. I mean, it's still warm. I want to get all of this like really dried strawberry residue off because I know that that's like the most concentrated part. And the blender will take care of incorporating all that into the liquid. This is why you want a Silpat or a silicone baking mat. I'm not going to add all of it. I'm going to do this to taste. So I'm going to add a little bit at a time and also a little bit of the hibiscus powder. I mean, I might end up adding all of it. Who knows? I just fear that that would make it kind of icy. And then the other thing that's happening is I took out the water, but I didn't remove the starch, so there's still some starchiness to the fruit that can affect the texture. So I added at least half the strawberries. I'm going to start by adding a teaspoon of the hibiscus powder. Let's try it. Oh, the color. The color is
Vibrant.
the color is not good. I would describe the color as like a grayish purple at this point. I want to taste it though. I know it's going to taste good. It's mauve. The color is mauve. Tastes great. It just needs more strawberry. So I'm going to add the rest of these. And then if I really need to, I can add some of the freeze-dried strawberries that I have. I'm going to add another teaspoon of the hibiscus because I'm not really getting any of that anyway. Could definitely use more. The color is deepening. It's just getting more purple. I think it needs more strawberry flavor. I am out of fresh strawberries. What I do have are freeze-dried strawberries. Let's start with 10 grams and see where that gets us. I'll probably end up adding more. I do worry a little bit this is going to affect the texture because again, it's like there's the starches that can have a thickening effect. Color's better. Okay, we're almost there. So the color is, I mean, it's pink. It's not like vivid bright red the way that strawberries are, but I'm not gonna add food coloring. I think it'll be fine. So hopefully it turns out kind of like a nice pastel. Delicious. Very strawberry-y. I'm really happy about that. I'm gonna put it through this fine. The problem is it's so aerated and thick, it's gonna be a pain to press through this sieve. Part of that is because it kind of whipped in the blender, but part of that too is just adding that fruit. The question is, how much do I really need this to be strained, or can I just put it right in the ice cream machine? What it's catching is the strawberry seeds from the freeze-dried. So I'm switching to a larger strainer that's still very fine and a larger bowl. Try to hurry this along.
This is much faster.
Yeah. It's catching the seeds, so that's good. I'm just scraping off the bottom so I can get every sort of last little bit. So I'm done with the blender. It's not cold, but it's not warm. But I'm just gonna go ahead and put it right into my ice cream maker. So I'm gonna bring that over. So what I need to figure out is the dimensions, the length of each strawberry core. The length is gonna be 4 centimeters. The height is going to be, call it 8.5. Thickness, only 1 centimeter. I want to freeze a 1 centimeter thick slab of strawberry ice cream. So the cardboard is there to help me suspend the sticks.
Are you going to mark on the cardboard a centimeter high?
Yeah, by the way, I'm going to line everything with plastic wrap to lift it out, and also I don't want the cardboard to get like so soggy.
What happens if the ice cream gets overturned?
It can get icy if it overturns like really, really badly, but I don't think I would like lose sight of it so badly that happens. Well, oh, that's just the timer, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, well, great time to check it. I don't have like, years of experience with ice cream making, but I know that I want to spin it until it holds its shape. Looks like it is. Oh my gosh, so creamy. Really good flavor, good acidity, good tang, no bitterness. So far, so good. One thing I want to be concerned about is getting the ice cream underneath the popsicle sticks so that they're like suspended in the middle. I want to get them all in even height. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark a 1 centimeter depth on a popsicle stick and just use that as a guide all the way around. I want to line the two ends with plastic wrap so that I can use them to lift the slab out. Wow, this is making me really appreciate silicone.
Seems like you covered all the areas the ice cream won't touch.
Which is good, right? I thought about piping, but I think it's too late. Oh, it's pretty close. It's pretty good. That's a little too thick in the center there. My offset spatula is a little too long for me to be able to spread side to side, so I'm having to kind of take a little bit longer than I would like. All right, I think I just have to move on. Same thing, I'm gonna try to work really fast on this side. I think I should just stop trying to mess with it and get it in the freezer.
Can you cross anything off?
I made the vanilla base and I chilled it. Make strawberry base, spin, and make could freeze core. Amazing. We're gonna have a little lunch. I think next, actually, I'm gonna pivot to cakes. This is basically the funfetti recipe from Dessert Person, but obviously minus the sprinkles. So I'm just measuring out some buttermilk, vegetable oil, vanilla. I'm gonna add a little paste also, that was extract, because vanilla cake tastes like vanilla. I have a stick of butter, 1 large egg, and 2 egg whites. To my flour, I'm gonna add my leaveners and salts, baking soda, powder. For the strawberries, I wanna make this into a fine powder. The best way to do that would be my coffee grinder, or like a spice grinder. The problem is I've only ever ground coffee in the coffee grinder, and it's like there's so many oils from the coffee that I don't wanna then make it taste like coffee. So I'm kinda hoping that if I just clean it really, really well and like use vinegar, that I can still use it. Probably something I should have washed more frequently than I have, which is maybe never. Transition this to a cleaning channel. I love cleaning channels. I love watching it. It's so satisfying. It's like I watched one recently and it was like, do I need to be washing my walls? I was like, I've never washed my walls. You ever washed your walls?
Yeah.
No way. You've washed your walls?
Yeah, and baseboards.
Are you kidding?
No.
Why?
Because
they were dirty.
that was like the very bizarre task that my parents always made us do.
Oh, really? I see. So you grew up with that? I don't recall my mom ever like washing our walls. But then I looked at my walls and I was like, yeah, like in my bathroom, that needs to be washed. Also, I live with Harris, so Cut me some slack. Oh, I mean, it still smells like coffee, but not that bad. I'm also really hoping that this does a good job at pulverizing the seeds because I don't really feel like having to sift this. All right, it has really turned it into a very fine powder. And I don't really see any seeds, so that's good. So I'll bake strawberry and vanilla in each of these. The first thing I'm gonna do is just whisk together my dry ingredients. I'm just gonna make sure they're well combined. Then the batter I'll assemble in this bowl. I'll start with my stick of butter, and then I have quite a lot of butter residue on the paper, so I'm going to use that just to very, very briefly grease my pans. So I just am going to prep the pans enough that I can get the cake out, and that's it. No need for like a special round of parchment or anything like that. This is how I'm prepping the pans. Good enough. I'm going to add my sugar, and starting with that very, like most sort of...
Wait, I want to watch. Wait. I want to watch. What happened? What happened? What you guys miss? What you talking about? What happened? Without me. Anything fun? Am I interrupting something? Yeah? Oh, okay. My bad.
Fundamental of cake steps, which is creaming together butter and sugar. The butter I softened in the microwave, but it's at that kind of really perfect temp of like cool room temp, and that's really the ideal temp for it holding air. So that's the whole point of this step. You can see that this is sort of pale and light. I'm going to add my egg. The eggs are room temp. Whenever you're doing a cake, a butter cake, where you're starting with the creaming, you always want the eggs at room temp and the dairy, everything room temp, so that they can easily combine. I'm going to drizzle in my 2 tablespoons of oil.
Okay. Hi, Nyasha. Good morning.
Are you having fun?
Yeah. Back to basics a little bit. I mean, this whole thing is making ice cream, making cake. I know how to do those things. Now, I'm just going to add my dry ingredients and my wet ingredients. The dry in 3 additions, the wet in 2, and I start and end with dry. It's about half the liquid, half the remaining flour. Second addition, remaining liquid. The remaining flour mixture. So this looks great. This is a nice fluffy cake batter. I'm going to bring in 1 pan. I'm going to eyeball half. Just kind of briefly spread it in here, but I don't care if it's level. I mean, level is better so it bakes evenly, but not visually. I'm just going to set this aside. And now I'm going to start adding my strawberry powder and my hibiscus powder. I'm going to use a tablespoon measure. And
Oh yeah, the red,
a
right?
tablespoon of the strawberry powder. I think I need to sift it over because it's really, really fine and clumpy. So a tablespoon of the powder. I'm going to add basically the rest of the powder that I have. 5 total. I'm going to add a splash of the buttermilk, and then I'm going to use my electric mixer. It's going to make this a lot faster. Let's say I'm adding a tablespoon of buttermilk. 2. Purple. It's purple.
Okay.
Wow. It is. I guess I'm not. I shouldn't be surprised if that's what happened with the ice cream. I thought just with less yolk it would not look quite so mauve. But here we are again. I don't want to overmix. You see that the texture has changed quite a bit. I'm going to leave it at this.
Okay.
I'm going to bake it. Then I'm going to coat the crumbs
Okay.
after they're ready.
All right, Adderall.
More of the strawberry powder. I'm going to get these in the oven, and I don't really know how long they're going to take, maybe 20 minutes or so. I'm going to turn the temp down to 325, keep an eye on them, and pull them when they're fully baked through, but not browned on top. The cake is done. I think it's been in for, I already hit the timer, so I don't know what it was, but like more like 25 minutes. It's just starting to get a little golden on the surface, so I'm going to pull it out. It's a little golden around the edges. but still nice and pale. And then the strawberry one that I sort of didn't account for is that when the fruit
Oh
powders
shit, that's red.
are first mixed in, they're not as vibrant, and then they kind
Yeah.
of hydrate and get darker. And so this got like very dark purple.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna go ahead with it. It smells good. I know it's gonna actually taste really good and taste like strawberries. So I think I'm just kind of hoping and banking on the idea that coating them in that fruit powder will make them look red, and I'm not like looking at like a weird dark purple mauve cake. I'm not concerned at all about like the integrity of these layers. Doesn't that look the same?
No. No, girl.
Nailed it. I want to see if I can kind of remove that top layer. Just don't like how the food companies cheat with food coloring.
If you would use beetroot.
Beetroot is not that red. I'll tell you what, we have beet powder, and I've used it before.
Why did she fucking Hank Hill? Why did she? Why did she Hank Hill? She said, "I tell you what."
Beetroot is not that red. I'll tell you what, we have beet powder, and I've used it before. It's less red than you think it's going to be. It's also kind of purple, actually. I actually like what's happening, which is because these layers are hot, they're delicate, and as I'm cutting through, it's disturbing a lot of crumbs. That's what I want. So I'm gonna get rid of the browned parts.
Okay.
It's really fruity. Like it's very, very strawberry flavored. I know the color is not right. I want to use it. So I'm gonna keep going. I'll get them off the work surface onto like a lined sheet tray where they can continue to dry out. I'll finish breaking them up, and then I'm gonna do the same thing to the vanilla version.
I hate when she fucking like, no, because here's what Claire will do, right? She's been doing this shit for so long, so she's not like us, where like we want to get every single crumb, every single little bit. She'll pour a thing out, like she'll pour a batter out of a fucking out of a bowl. She'll give it like 2 or 3 scrapes, and she'll just stop, and there's still more in there, and I'm like, the black in me is like screaming because I'm just like, girl, if you don't get that shit out of there, you crazy! I hate it so bad.
So the strawberry layer is denser than the vanilla layer. They don't have that sort of pebbled look. They're just like all light cake crumbs.
It's not even like, did we not pay for it? It's not even just that. It's also, did we not pay for it? And also go through that fucking effort mixing that shit. You know what I mean? Like it's not just like the ingredients, but it's also the labor. That we better get every single piece out. There better not be a dollop in there.
Compared to this is much more sort of pebbled in texture. I'm gonna get my oven preheating again to pretty much as low as it'll go. I hope it goes down to 150. I think 200 even is probably a little high if I'm adding, because it has sugar in the recipe and that can brown.
What about like a proof setting?
Well, a proof setting I think is 100, which is actually way too high. Let's see what proof is.
Too low.
Yeah, proof is at 100. Keep warm low is 145 Fahrenheit. Let's try that. I'm gonna get these in, these can start.
Oops.
I'm going to try to do the powder coating on these other crumbs.
Bitch.
See if that can improve the color.
My aspect ratio.
So I need to make more freeze-dried strawberry powder.
All right, there we go.
Sift it over top. Sorry, kitty. And just toss. And just get them coated evenly.
Okay, I think I got the mod menu installed at
I'm going to
least.
sift them again. All right, now I'm going to toss. Sort of two-tone now. Not what I was going for. The texture of these crumbs feels really good. So that's a plus. It's not really coating, it's like sticking, not sort of dusting it.
It smells like some breakfast cereal. Special K.
Special K red berries. That is a cereal that I love.
Is your confidence level going up or down right now?
It's not that my confidence is low. I'm just really tired. I'm very tired.
It's okay. Catch you tomorrow.
Kitty, kill that fly. All right, I'm gonna attempt that again.
Hi, Twitches.
This time with more surface area. It's a baker making
All
biscuits.
right, essentials is what I need. Okay.
Maybe he's telling you what you need to do.
I love
Sorry,
cats.
that's better. I'm gonna toss everything again and spread them out again. Something about adding the red makes it look more brown, whereas earlier.
Oh, that looks so good.
Do you guys think they're red enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look pretty red.
think next to the vanilla it's gonna be good.
When he wants to play, he goes like he's gonna bite you, like play bite, and then he just licks you. It's really sweet. I'm gonna move on. I think it's as good as it's going.
I love her ramblings so much. They give me so much fucking life. God, I love Claire. I love her so much. Like, because where did that even come from? Where did that even come from?
To the vanilla it's gonna be good.
When he wants to play, he goes like he's gonna bite you, like play bite, and then he just licks you. It's really sweet. I'm gonna move on.
Like
I think
what?
it's as good as it's going to get.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get these in the oven along with my vanilla crumbs to start dehydrating. Make and bake vanilla and strawberry cakes. Make cake crumbs. Done. I'm so tired. Really tired. I'd love to do this next part to see it if I can. I have some concerns about the molds.
Uh-oh.
In retrospect, I think it would be better if the molds were separate.
Why don't you just destroy that and take scissors and separate them?
And I could. The only problem with that is that I like that they stand upright. I could cut them apart after they're frozen tomorrow. This will be tomorrow's problem if I can't get them out, basically is what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna grab my vanilla base from the fridge that's nice and cold. While it's spinning, I'm gonna start to separate my core pieces and cut them. Turn the spin, turn on the cooling, and get my timer going.
Oh shit.
For cutting purposes, I'm gonna just unmold like 1/2 at a time onto here, cut out
Oh.
on the sheet tray.
Oh, it's so
A little
pretty.
more quickly so they don't melt, but they seem pretty solid. I might need to cut them down a little bit. For some reason, they're looking kind of big.
They're so pretty.
I like that this is silicone because I can bend the mold to help me get it out. I'm going through and just kind of rounding, taking off any of those sharp edges. This is getting soft. I have to work fast. Right back into the freezer.
I just love seeing her work. She's so good, man. Like
Color
she.
is yellow, but the yolks make it so delicious, so I'm okay with that. I think it's worth it. So obviously I have to work fast because this is gonna melt. It's quite thick, so it's kind of hard to force down there. So now I'm gonna cut an opening. So I'm putting the bag all the way into the well and then squeezing until I can see that it's about half full. The bag is really cold, which is good. Let's see if I have enough. I'm probably overfilling them a little bit, or a lot, but I think I'll have enough. Maybe not. All right, well, I just kind of made 11. Let me grab the cores. Let's try it. Ready?
Did it work?
The
Oh.
mold itself is expanding because it's silicone, so it's like soft.
Okay.
I thought I would have more vanilla, actually, like that I would have more displacement. So I'm actually pulling from some of the other ones to make them full.
Okay. Okay.
I think aside from the melting, it is basically more or less working as I hoped it would.
Yeah,
I
it
don't have
is.
100% certainty that I have the cores like perfectly centered, where they're going to have an equal amount of vanilla on all sides, but we'll find out when I unmold them. Oh god, look at how melted it is. Oh no.
Girl, you did hurry, hurry!
Straight into the freezer.
Freezer, quick.
Okay, there.
What about your last one?
Just an extra. Anyone want a strawberry popsicle?
I do. So good, right? So good. So good. So good.
I'm just gonna be like this for the rest of the time. I'm so tired. My feet hurt. Okay, the vanilla crumbs got a little too dry. It's still so light that when you crunch down on a piece, it just kind of shatters into like dust. Not dust, but like tiny little pieces. So it doesn't have the crunch that I want it to. The strawberry version does have the pebbled texture, but I had to put so much powdered strawberry on it that it's almost too strong, the fruit flavor. Actually, the colors are just off. I don't get that like nice pastel that I get in the ice cream. I wish they were a little more pebbly, and I wish the color was better. And I wish the flavor wasn't even quite so like intensely freeze-dried strawberry.
Beet juice.
Beet juice, dude.
I think the beets are the answer. Also, then it tastes like beets. Does it give this the crumbs on the box? I'll set these aside. I'll think about it tonight, and then I'll come back tomorrow. And
Takis. She's making strawberry shortcake, but Takis. Why would Claire Sappitz make Takis? Okay, well maybe she will at one point. Takis. Dessert person. I'm slow. I mean, a little bit.
Sometimes you really need like
Okay.
to think about it to come back, because I was thinking about this last night after we cleaned up and everything, and I think that I made a little bit of a misstep by believing the box when it says signature cake coating, because I was thinking about what I did yesterday and the crumbs and how they just feel too light. I was like, but I made cake and they're cake crumbs and that's the coating. And it's like, I actually think what would be closer to what is actually like giving me that texture is like sugar cookie texture, like a cakey sugar cookie, something like a little bit denser, but still has a crumb to it, and that will sort of turn like pebble if I were to like crush it up. What I need is something a little bit more substantial, higher flour content, less moisture, and to me that's like a cakey sugar cookie. So that's what I'm gonna try to make today. So I'll still use these crumbs for something. They're great crumbs, but they're not what I'm going for. I ended up seeing a recipe, Estelle Parks recipe on Serious Eats from a long time ago for a cakey sugar cookie. And she uses, it's very specific in the recipe that she uses unbleached cake flour, bleached cake flour.
Mm-hmm.
And it leads to sort of like a sweeter, better tasting cookie. And she says like, please don't use a different flour in this recipe, but I am. I'm gonna use all-purpose flour because I want it to be a little denser. And I think that I'm going to make a vanilla version and I'm gonna make a strawberry version. And yes, I'm gonna use pulverized freeze-dried strawberries, but the sugar cookie recipe, importantly, has butter but no yolk. So it's not gonna be as yellow, and I think I'm gonna be able to get a better color. I'm gonna make 2 batches, 1 plain, 1 strawberry. So 325, just whisking together the dry ingredients, and I'm gonna add the strawberry powder to my dry ingredients. And I think I'm not gonna use hibiscus powder because I think it is sort of responsible for the like purple tint. Butter is not quite warm enough, but the creaming is an important step here because I do want to work some air into it. I want the texture to still have like a fluffiness to it, just not as light and tender as that cake. In retrospect, like for the cake, I could have used all-purpose flour, something like a little heavier, a little more structure. Now that I have the butter broken up, I'm gonna put this in the microwave for like 5 seconds. And not even on full power. Yes,
That's
much softer.
Whoa, that's
So
cute. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is a microwave? Wait, that's so cute. Where we at? Where we at? Did I kill it? Oh, I'm so stupid. Wait, I wanted to see how cute that was. Yeah, look at it. It's so cute.
To it, just not as light and tender as that cake. In retrospect, like for the cake, I could have used all-purpose flour, something like a little heavier, a little more structure. Now that I have the butter broken up, I'm gonna put this in the microwave for like...
What a cute microwave drawer. There's something nice about the Decidueye Unite. I like how if you stack attack speed, he seems like he's doing something. That's nice. And I'm really hoping that the Spirit Shackle thing was nerfed so that people can actually be grown-ups and play attack speed Decidueye. Okay, and not sniping people from all the way across the map. Okay. And then looking stupid when they get dove because they don't have any crowd control or anything to stop them from dying. So, yeah.
On full power. Yes, much softer. So the butter and sugar is pale and fluffy. I'm gonna add the egg mixture, the heavy cream and vanilla. Okay, now dry ingredients.
Are you sure you use crappier butter?
For like, is it flavor?
Color.
Oh, color. Yeah. Definitely getting darker. So this dough is now evenly mixed. I'm gonna try to bake the cookies at the same time because it's not a ton of dough. So here's my strawberry, the color looks great. Here's my vanilla. Just start to use like a floured hand to kind of pat it out. Definitely the strawberry dough is stiffer. If they bake at different rates and one, like the strawberry is drier than the vanilla, I actually think it's fine because they're all gonna get mixed up anyway, and it just means that you'll have like a little texture variance in that final coating, and I don't think that that's bad at all. I patted it out, but I also wanna make sure that it's an actual smooth, even layer, so I'm gonna grab my rolling pin. It's sticky. See, it sticks to the vanilla, but not really to the strawberry. More dry ingredients stiffening it. So the thinner it goes, the faster it'll bake. So I'm gonna grab a half sheet tray, slide this onto it, and put it in the oven. While I'm waiting for that to bake though and cool, and I do want to wait until it's cooled, I think I can maybe try to start separating the popsicles, the ice cream parts, and unmolding them and just having them ready to go in the freezer. Also, I didn't set a timer for that.
Start at 32 minutes.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so it's been in 7. Okay, so I'm going to set a timer. I'm just going to set it for 10 and I'm going to check it out for 10. I have to also say that I did something stupid last night. Wasn't paying attention. I opened the freezer and closed it, and I snapped one of the sticks.
Oh no!
So well, they feel really solid, and the molds definitely like pull away. That's why I want to just cut them up. Like I think I can like peel them back one at a time. I don't like how when I filled them, the mold kind of expanded, like it kind of bowed out. I'm gonna clean up some of the edges. I think I should just put these back in right now.
Did she cut it out?
I'm gonna use a little bit of hot water, which makes me super nervous.
Be careful, girl.
It's coming out. What I
Oh.
should really have is like a bowl of hot water.
Yeah.
It worked. You see, I have a little bit of like peeking core of the strawberry.
It was like that in the originals.
Yeah, there you go. So now I'm taking an
And there you go.
opportunity
And there we go, guys.
to smooth everything and to get rid of those ridges because the ice cream is a little bit softened. This is nice and cold, but I think I want the whole thing to just be in the freezer. I'm just gonna lay them out there one by one. Maybe I should just separate all of them now and get them back in individually. What I'll do is I'll just make a stand for these, and I can still continue to use them. Okay, I'm gonna get all but one back into the freezer.
Nice.
The ridges I thought were gonna be a hurdle. It's really not such a big deal. I don't even know if I didn't bother to do this, if you would even see it through the crumbs. Back into the freezer, just keep it going until I have them all unmolded. I think the cookies are done, so I'm gonna pull them out of the oven. They have a little browning. I'm definitely gonna get rid of those darker edges. So they're fully baked, which is what I want. The pink color is not the greatest. I feel like this is gonna work. Mmm,
So good.
yummy. I like the level of strawberry flavor a lot. The interior is nice and pink. I have a little browning on the bottom and top. I don't think it's worth it to actually try to remove the
Yeah,
browning
just
from
go
the
for it.
surface and the bottom.
Yeah,
And I'm
just go
gonna
for it.
pull off the sort of crumbly, crunchy edges. Because once it all gets mixed up, it'll just be jumbled up with all of the interior, and hopefully it's just not super brown. And hopefully I have the right amount of moisture in here to make the kind of crumbs that I want to make.
Okay, wait.
It's a little finer than I want it to be and a little cakey still. I think that it's a little dry. I think I'm gonna, let's see what happens if I dribble in like a little bit of milk.
Careful, girl.
Probably could have pulled it out of the oven earlier.
That's what I was thinking too. Okay, wait.
Maybe what I should be adding is melted butter. That probably is.
Oh, Bill. Yeah.
Well, this is just a test. It does feel more pebbly. Adding moisture, it's gonna make them softer.
Yeah,
So
clump
now
up.
that maybe I want to dry it out again. Like when I squeeze, it holds together, and then you can kind of break it up into like something like that. That looks good. Rubbing them together like that, that's kind of what I want.
But is it too soft?
Yeah, I would have to dry it out again. Sorry, guys.
You sure you dry it or freeze it?
That's one thing I was thinking of. If I use melted butter, I'm adding fat, not moisture. So maybe
Fat
I
would be
wouldn't have
good.
to, once
Yeah.
it's cold, I get that crunch.
You get the crunch, right?
like
Because
a little
it's
bit
malleable. Well,
a little soft. I'm going to isolate the centers of the cookies. Just kind of eyeballing it, estimating. What I want to do is test first, or try to rub it on the surface. No, a little too dry.
that table goes through so much. Or that
How you want it.
No.
that table goes through so
I'm just
much.
hoping it's going to work if I keep going. It's still better than yesterday. I will give myself that. I think maybe it needs a sift to get rid of little tiny bits
A sift.
after it bakes.
Wow.
Do you put it at a warm temperature, 145?
I think it needs to be more of a baking temp, but I don't want it to brown, so I'm a little nervous. Maybe like 200. I guess the idea is like, what if I added more flour to this and butter so that it was like a crumble? It might not work, and then I might have just wasted time thinking about that. What I kind of want is like a spray bottle of water. We used to have one, but Harris took it to work. More butter. I'm gonna try adding more and see how that changes the texture. I don't want them to be like wet, but maybe I do. I don't know. They look a little better. They look a little more clumpy, but still when I rub, they don't hold together. They turn into crumbs. Wasn't my vision. I wish I had that water sprayer. It's so annoying that we don't have it. Our normal spray bottles have been taken elsewhere. I have a vinegar spray bottle that I use for cleaning, which I'm just gonna rinse out and put water in, and I'll put the vinegar back. I'm not really gonna clean it out because the vinegar is the cleaner, but it's sort of a focused spray. That's also kind of not what I want. So annoying.
she like, I love her so much. Like, that's me. I'll just be like, this shit fucking sucks. Oh, Claire.
Vinegary.
Why don't you just go get a new one? Why don't you just... Girl.
Cow. What are you laughing at? It's not gonna taste like vinegar. It tastes like water, it's fine. And it's also kind of condensing it. Like it is kind of doing it. See how it just sort of balled up into these little pieces? It will be what I want, I think. And then I can bake it again, try to remove some of that moisture. I think what it's really doing is it's taking some of the much finer crumbs and helping them stick together to the bigger pieces. So I'm not having as much of like the texture that makes me feel like it's just loose bits. Is this the only way to do this? I'm sure not, but this is what I'm going with. I wanted to show you the contrast to yesterday's crumbs, just to show the difference. I know you can't maybe see the difference as much, but you can feel it. This just is so fine and light, and this has like the density and the texture that I want. Visually, does it look like there's a difference?
Yes.
I mean, that looks more like the box, don't you think? The new one, today's version. I'd probably say that no matter what, but I really think that that's also true.
What about the red?
The red, I need to hydrate and do the same thing too. The red needs a little work. My oven's on 200. I hope it's high enough to dry everything out, low enough that I'm not gonna start to brown these bits, and I'm gonna have to keep a close eye on it. I don't think it's gonna take long in the oven. You know what I think I really could have just done is just, but having never done this before, I didn't know. I think I could have baked the cookie dough a lot less. Like kept it like
Yeah.
so it still has all that moisture in it, and then done the same step. But next time I do this, so this is much drier. This is
Okay, that looks much better.
So into the oven. I'm gonna check them after 5 minutes and just give them like a stir to make sure they're not over drying, and also make sure that they're not browning. After maybe 20 minutes in the oven, I pulled it out. What I want to do now is mix them together. There are some pieces that are a little bit large that I'm going to break up with my fingers, but I don't think that I need to sift it because everything did hold together pretty well, and I don't have any particles that seem like inappropriately small. I'm going to actually mix the strawberry into the vanilla and break it up as I go. The photo kind of makes it look like it's about half and half, but I think there's more vanilla than strawberry. I want that butter to firm up and get really hard. And my thought process is that the more firm and the colder the crumbs, the less it's gonna absorb ice cream and become soggy. So I wanna make sure this mixture is basically frozen before I start coating the ice cream. Right now they're just a little bit soft. Can I put this over it? Yeah, these are the crumbs seem fairly frozen. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Oh no, girl, please. Claire! Claire! Oh.
This one's really stuck. Oh my goodness. That went to fall to not what I was hoping would happen. This is the one where I broke the stick. I kind of actually like the idea of rubbing it on the thing because it feels like I'm making it flatter.
Is it pink enough, y'all?
So my idea for coating is just really like packing it on there. So one thing I want to be mindful of is creating one sort of single layer of crumbs. In the meantime, all the rest of them are melting and I don't feel good about that. So I don't think I want to leave them out while I'm doing this. Okay, I might not have every square centimeter of these fully coated, but I think in the interest
I don't know if they're pink enough.
More.
I don't know.
So I just shoved them in there. They've been freezing.
It does look like chicken.
I think I'm ready to try it. I think the ice cream will have firmed up and the crumbs are definitely frozen. There's mine. Looks homemade. Oh my god, I forgot the color. I forgot how bright it looks. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is not the same.
That's what I'm saying. Ah! Oh no! Oh, I mean, like, it's fine, but like, I definitely think you could have gotten the color a little bit better. Oh, how sad.
I didn't think it was gonna match, but like, that looks fluorescent. You know, I wasn't gonna use coloring, but then you're really limited in getting it to be bright. Size-wise,
What's wrong with coloring though? Like, especially if it comes from authentic sources, nothing's wrong with coloring. I mean, it's okay.
Mine is definitely thicker than like a profile.
Yeah.
Mine are more rounded. This one's very square.
Square, yeah.
The color is just truly unbelievable.
It really is. Like, it really is unbelievable. That's a great word for it.
It makes me really just feel like
Oh my god.
nothing should be that color. Definitely placing the core in was difficult in the
Alex, thank you so much for the 45. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well.
Centered, but it's definitely strawberry surrounded by vanilla.
Oh my, it does not look the same at all. She usually goes off on these, but I really think that maybe she was a little bit too conservative with the hibiscus powder or something, or maybe she should have had like a greater ratio of the pink versus the of the pink versus the vanilla, because I'm a little it looks like meat. Don't say that. I mean, it's good, it's delicious, but if we're trying to go for like lookalikes, I definitely don't think this is the case. Oh no, it's probably delicious though. Oh my goodness. It's so good, right?
I don't know what I think that tastes like anymore. You know, it's like, oh, I want to make this into the thing that I think this is going to taste like. And I don't know if I did that, but I feel like I made my own thing.
Did you make a version of strawberry shortcake frozen ice cream ice bars better than what is out there?
Strawberry.
Yeah. The strawberry ice cream is really good, like bright, focused flavor, which I think is hard for ice cream. I'm very happy to say that the crumbs, which was the component that I struggled with, have that crunch that I want them to. The crumbs are definitely not as evenly coated all the way around as on the original. The coating, I think if I could do it all over again, I would do it one at a time and really use frozen crumbs, because part of the challenge is that the texture of these crumbs, they want to stick together. So it's harder to get that even layer. I definitely didn't anticipate spinning my wheels on the crumbs for as long as I did. It's just so funny because I did not think it was going to be this big of a
like no, me too. I thought it was gonna be like the ice cream or something, not the stupid crumbs. That's funny. That's funny.
Crumbs for as long as I did. It's just so funny because I did not think it was going to be this big of a color contrast when I pulled it out of the package at all. What I like about doing like the recreating now in my kitchen at home is I get to choose. I kind of make up the rules for each episode, I guess. In most cases, it goes something like this. I'm trying to recreate the look, and I'm making my own version of how I think it should taste.
Right.
Because I'm not trying to make like a mass-produced.
Right.
Taste the same way.
Yeah.
I sort of went the homemade route in both the looks.
Yeah, and the flavor.
And the taste.
Yeah.
If you want to make this at home and you want to add some food coloring to the crumbs, go ahead. I think it's totally fine. It's just not my thing. I guess I'm slightly humbled because this one took longer than I thought it would. And I was like, oh, ice cream and cake, like that's pretty easy. I know how to do that. But
She did say that
it's a
earlier.
good reminder that sometimes the path is not the one you think it's going to be. Still learn something from this episode, which is great. We always take suggestions if you have ideas for other subjects for future episodes. We love to hear it. Please leave it in the comment section, and more episodes coming your way. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like.
She was so introspective on this one. That was a really good episode. I really like this one, actually. She was so introspective there. Oh, can I show you this like really cool cake, a really cool like pie thing? I really want to make it. In fact, I was thinking about making it this weekend. Do you want to see it? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm so into it. I have got to show you this recipe. Yes, this tart. No, I was thinking about making it this weekend. Look at it. Like,
Hi everyone, I'm Claire Saffitz. Welcome to my home kitchen. Today I'm showing you a recipe for a dessert that is extremely rich, extremely delicious. It is a brown butter chocolate caramel tart. So this is for chocolate lovers, people who love caramel, so that would be me. And the brown butter element just makes it like even more special.
doesn't it look amazing?
The idea of salted caramel and chocolate together is not like a new concept, but this tart, like in this proportion and shape and combination, was really popularized by the restaurant Gramercy Tavern, and the original pastry chef there, Claudia Fleming, who I've talked about on the show, is like an icon and hero of mine. And so this is sort of a version of her iconic chocolate caramel tart. What I like about this recipe is that it's a lot of the same ingredients used in different ways, and they really transform into these like very distinct components. So for the pâte brisée, for the basic tart crust, I have all-purpose flour, butter, sugar, salt. I'm going to use an egg yolk and water. For the caramel layer, I have sugar, of course, heavy cream.
Look at these ingredients. These ingredients send me. Okay, I have to keep this in mind. Again, watch how simple these ingredients are.
And they really transform into these like very distinct components. So for the pâte brisée, for the basic tart crust, I have all-purpose flour, butter, sugar, salt. I'm going to use an egg yolk and water. For the caramel layer, I have sugar, of course, heavy cream, more butter that I'm going to brown, more salt, vanilla, a little bit of water, and I'm going to do a little bit of corn syrup. I have corn syrup in both
like
ganache
what?
And the caramel. So for the ganache, I have more heavy cream, 4 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate.
1,
also
2, 3.
Brown butter into that, and then I have flaky salt
4.
for finishing the tart. For special equipment, I have a small saucepan.
Very
I have
easy.
a 9-inch fluted, removable bottom tart pan. Bench scraper here too. We're gonna do the pâte brisée by hand because it's very, very, very doable by hand.
Oh my God, let me tell
Before I
you.
get into the recipe, I want to thank our friends at Kerrygold for sponsoring this episode. We had this
No, let me do it. Kerrygold is so delicious, okay? This butter is amazing. I understand that sometimes it's like, ooh, it's pricey. Like sometimes I get it, okay, right? But if you're trying to do something special, right? You got some really good food. You got people coming over. You want to make some really good dessert or something, okay? Go to Costco and get Kerrygold, okay? Let me tell you something. This is good ass butter. It just sucks because I can't find the unsalted version at my local Costco. They only have the salted one, which kind of sucks. I might be able to find it if I go to like, I don't know, like some other store or something like that. But let me tell you, Kerrygold is the move, okay? Absolutely highly recommend. It's like they got so much milk solids in it, you can like taste it. The cows are taken care of, like so good. If you're gonna do something good, like, you know, like not something cheap or whatever, go with Kerrygold, okay? It is so good. I promise. We have it. We get it all the time. We've been getting it for like years. It's so good. I agree.
Relationship with Kerrygold, and the reason is because I just love their butter. All the butter is made from milk from cows that graze on grass on small family farms in Ireland, and Kerrygold is my butter of choice for eating, baking, cooking, just everything I do in my kitchen.
It's so good.
I love the intense buttery flavor. I love how smooth and creamy the texture is. Today I'm using Kerrygold.
There you go. See that man right there that just subscribed for 44 months in a row? I love you. That man, like, he's the one who started this Kerrygold nonsense, okay? And let me tell you something. Best decision ever. Best butter. Just like I can rave about it all day. It's so good.
I love the intense buttery flavor. I love how smooth and creamy.
Morning, boss.
Today I'm using Kerrygold in my brown butter chocolate caramel tart. I'm using it in the crust, in the caramel layer, and
oh no, wait, not that you're here. Wait, that makes sense.
It just imparts so much richness and great flavor. It's a major flavor enhancer in the tart.
Kerrygold.
It's amazing sliceable texture. It's what I use for baking, but also just for spreading on toast. Making
it's so good.
Eggs. It's just something I always have around because I really love it. So I hope you check it out. For more on Kerrygold,
I'm so happy.
Also all the cheese that they make.
I'm so happy that she got sponsored by them because she was using them before she got sponsored. I'm just so happy because, like, look at how much butter she has on this table. Like, look at this butter she has on this table.
But also just for spreading on toast, making scrambled eggs. It's just something I always have around because I really love it.
Like, she has so much butter. Like, can you imagine them just being like, oh, Claire, we love you, girl. And you just get like like 30 boxes of this stuff. Like, I would just, I can't.
Hope you check it out for more on Kerrygold, the butter, but also all the cheese that they make. You can go to the link below. And I want to thank our friends for sponsoring the episode. Back to the recipe.
Yes. Let's brown that butter.
So I'm starting with 12 tablespoons of unsalted butter. So milk solids is what makes brown butter. They end up toasting and caramelizing. And so when you use a high quality butter like Kerrygold, you get a high degree of milk solids. And the important thing about brown butter is that you don't walk away. You're taking the water content, you're boiling it off. The mixture can then heat past 212 and get to the point where the milk solids start to caramelize and turn brown. You want to keep stirring. I'm using a flexible spatula and scraping the bottom and sides, and that's also going to prevent the solids from sticking to the bottom of the pan and potentially burning. You don't want to walk away from this. If you're foaming, you're pretty much there. So once I start to see golden brown, I turn my heat down, and I'm on more of like medium-low. The darker the color, the more intense the flavor. And I like to take this until the solids get to be almost like a deep amber color, a very, very dark kind
like
of reddish
beer.
brown. So I have a heat-proof container here that I'm going to pour the brown butter into so I can start to get it cool. It's not so hot that it's going to damage the countertops, but just to be safe. Just be sure that as you're transferring it, you're getting all of the milk solids. See the brown, the golden brown solids there? Make sure that all of that's getting scraped in. So basically, if we were to strain
Like, that's what I'm saying,
solids,
like-
then you have ghee.
That's what I'm saying, okay? Like, black people, all black people in chat.
So basically,
Okay, hold on, let's go back. Would we be leaving? Would we be leaving? Is that good enough? Is that good enough? Because I don't think, you know what I'm saying? Like, we would, right? Like, you would, that's not enough. We need to get the rest of that out. And then she just stops. Like, no. Like, you know what I mean? That's Kerrygold butter. We need to get the rest of that out. It's not good enough.
So basically, if we were to strain out the milk solids, then you have ghee, which is a kind of clarified butter. But we want the milk solids in there because it's going to add flavor. So now I'm going to get this into the fridge so it can cool off and start to, it doesn't have to be like fully solidified, it just has to be cool. And then we can move on to making our pâte brisée and save your saucepan. You don't have to wash it or even rinse it. We're going to make the ganache in here. And so if it has some brown butter in there, that's fine. So I'm just going to move this off to the side, get that in the fridge, and get ready for our crust.
It's time. This crust thing, when I try to make this is what I'm scared of.
The base of the tart, the dough. It's called a pâte brisée. That's the French term. It just means kind of like basic tart dough. There's another style called pâte sucrée, which is like a sweetened tart dough. But because the filling is caramel, there's a lot of sugar in the recipe. I want the tart dough itself to be pretty plain and unsweetened. I'm gonna make it the way we made it in culinary school, which is just like by hand on your work surface. So I'm starting with my all-purpose flour. You add some salt and some sugar, a little bit of sugar. It's just a tablespoon. It's not enough to really sweeten the dough, but it's enough to give it like some nice browning properties and to be a little bit of a flavor enhancer. So I'm just gonna mix that together. You could do this in a bowl. And now I'm gonna add my butter. So this is similar to like an American style pie dough, except the butter is not left in discrete pieces. It is really fully worked into the flour. So it has a much more uniform texture. It does not have that flaky texture. And it doesn't have any leavener in it. It doesn't have any baking powder. So I have 10 tablespoons, 5 ounces of unsalted butter that I cubed. This is Kerrygold. But I'm gonna just start by getting all the butter coated in the flour mixture and starting to work it in with my fingertips. Sort of breaking down the pieces of butter and working it into the flour. So you can see that I have this crumbly mixture here, and some of the butter is still in these almost like lentil-sized pieces, but I really want it to be fully worked in. So now I'm gonna take sort of little handfuls of the mixture and gently rub between my hands. And this is just gonna help to further break down any slightly larger pieces of butter and get this into a very, very uniform texture. So the sort of binding ingredients, the liquid ingredients here, I have water, 4 tablespoons, and an egg yolk.
Hi,
And the
Thought.
yolk
Good
is
morning.
the sort of extra binding. So now I want to gather everything sort of back into a pile. I'm going to make a well in the center. And I'm going to mix together my water and my yolk.
Oh, thanks for the follow. That's so sweet. Thanks. Oh my God. animation. Oh my god. Poor thing, no. That's pasta. Well, not anymore.
Let's use cold water and frankly cold butter. Neither one of these was cold anymore, was originally. It's just gonna help everything chill down faster because we're gonna put this into the fridge. So this liquid's gonna go in. And then I never like to touch the liquid directly with my fingers because then your hands get wet and then everything sticks to your hands. So I use the fork almost like making pasta, just to start to incorporate the flour mixture. But it's not a ton of liquid, so it happens quickly. Then you can kind of switch to your hands to work everything together. I just want to get all of the flour bound together.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my bench scraper here. It's very handy just for control of the mixture. There's always a risk with pastry of overworking it, but the butter content is so high, like if just sort of a few sort of simple turns to knead it is not gonna affect the texture.
Oh, I got doubles,
you can
people.
see here that I have incorporated all the flour, but the dough texture is not uniform. You can see the differences in color there. Like it's a little mottled, and there might be a few areas where the butter is not fully, broken down or incorporated. So now I'm going to do one final step, which is called fraisage. So you can do this with the heel of your hand. It's basically like you're kind of taking like little by little like layers off of the dough and pushing them out and kind of smearing them across the work surface. You kind of get it out into a thinner slab. And I don't know, you can do it with the palm of your hand where it's basically like this. That's fraisage. And then you're kind of building up layer upon layer. I like to do it with a bench scraper. It's just cleaner and I don't end up warming the dough further. So I'm going to actually rotate everything toward me. And this is what I do. So the dough kind of gathers on the back of the bench scraper and it becomes
We need one of these.
Much smoother, more uniform
Like that looks so good. I need one of
that.
these like so bad.
It's soft and easy to work with, but not sticky. So I could press this directly into a tart.
We have one. Let's
but
go.
I've worked it quite a bit. And so what I want to do is let it chill and rest in the fridge.
It's
so that
plastic
the gluten that I
though?
developed has a chance to relax. And that is going to help to prevent shrinking in the tart shell when I go to bake it. So I'm going to wrap it in some plastic. So I have my oven on 350 because we are going to fully bake the tart dough so that we can fill it. It doesn't get baked again. The caramel and the chocolate filling are unbaked. So the idea is that the butter firms up and it becomes very solid. And so this technique for getting this dough pressed into this pan is something that I first saw demonstrated by the chef April Bloomfield. I think she was making like a banoffee tart and did this method of grating the chilled dough into the pan and pressing it in. I thought it was so smart. It is a way of getting the dough into the pan in an even layer in a way that doesn't overwork it and helps to keep it cold. So I'm actually gonna break this in half and just start with part of the dough. And I'm gonna start, make sure it's
This is
cold.
cool.
And if you're working in a warm kitchen, you might need to return the dough that you're not working with to the fridge. I'm using the large holes of the grater, obviously. So it does look like I'm grating cheese, actually. So I'm gonna get all this out of here. And now what I like to do when I'm lining a tart pan is I like to start with the sides. So I'm gonna kind of distribute these shreds of dough all around. Now I wanna start compressing these shreds up against the side of my pan. And then I can put the remaining shreds inside. I'm gonna grate more of the crust to make the bottom layer, and then I'm gonna press everything in all together. So I think this is enough to give me plenty of coverage inside the tart pan. I'm gonna hold onto the dough because
It looks like mac and cheese or like shredded cheese.
Just basically start to work this in, getting it in an even layer and pressing it down. So you do want to compact it quite a bit because I've now created lots of tiny little air pockets in between all the shreds. And I can always add more if I feel like I need more coverage.
Does this leave a weird texture after, or is it just even out?
If you don't really fully compress the dough and smooth it out, it will be like, there will be like little air pockets and you will get the sensation of like it's not like a solid layer. But that's why I have a a dry measuring cup here. We're gonna use this to really press the crust in and compress it and compact it. You could use like a water glass, just anything with a flat bottom and straight sides. So now I'm gonna switch to my measuring cup and really smooth it, get it into a single even layer. I have the dough really well pressed into the tart pan on the bottom, so it's nice and flat and even and up the sides. The dough is still relatively cold, which is good. I'm gonna use my paring knife to like shave off the excess dough. I just run it along the lip of the pan. And this is also gonna help you to see how even the sides are. So if you have an area where it's thicker, you can press it more and then retrim just to even it out, which I actually do have. So I'm gonna go back in anywhere where I see the dough is a little bit thicker, I can press it. Before I get it in the oven, I do wanna just let this get cold again because it's warmed up slightly as I've worked it. It needs just like less than 5 minutes in the freezer just to firm up. The pan is metal, so it will cool down really quickly. So I have a foil-lined baking sheet for catching butter drips. Then I have, this is a piece of foil that I'm reusing, I think from the last time I lined a tart pan. What you want to do is press it really well into the bottom and make sure that you're working it into all the little crevices, all that whole perimeter where the bottom meets the sides. And this is also another important reason to keep that shell really cold so that you're not actually like cutting into the crust, into the soft dough while you're doing this. I have some pie weights. You don't have to use all these. So the idea here is that we're just keeping the sides intact, keeping them nice and tall and straight. This is gonna go into the oven. I'm gonna bake it for 15 to 20 minutes with the weights and the foil in, and then we're gonna take it out and bake it again until it's nice golden brown even all over. Another 15.
I believe you don't want to overwork it too much because if you do, it'll develop gluten, and if it develops gluten, it might rise a little bit. If it rises, then it's gonna interrupt like the tartness of it, right? Because you don't want it to expand too much, right? So I'm assuming you want it to be like flat and uniform to the size that you make it when you're molding it when it's cold before it like finishes baking, I guess. I'm assuming that's why she's doing it that way.
20. So here I have my small saucepan, the one that I browned the butter in, same one. I'm gonna add my sugar, it's 1.5 cups. To this I'm gonna add my corn syrup. This is there to prevent crystallization and to ensure that the caramel is completely smooth. I kind of hate measuring corn syrup because it's so sticky. So I'm just gonna eyeball it and call that 2 tablespoons. It's just not that important that it's very precise. And I'm going to add 1/2 cup of water. Now I like to add the water last and kind of pour it around the sides. And now over here I have my scale. This is the brown butter from earlier. You can see all the brown bits are on the bottom. I'm going to weigh out 3 ounces. That's how much of the brown butter is going to go into my caramel filling. Make sure that as you're scooping out the butter that you are getting all of the brown bits. I want to start cooking my caramel. I'm going to put it over medium. I'm going to start to bring this up to a boil, and I can stir gently with a spatula to help encourage the dissolution of the sugar. I have a little bit of water here and a clean pastry brush. This is for washing down the sides of the saucepan to dissolve any sugar crystals that may be stuck to the side. So the wet pastry brush is an insurance policy. And as I stir, I'm being careful not to like push the sugar up against the sides of the saucepan. So it's very cloudy right now because the sugar is not dissolved yet, but as it starts to come up to a boil, it's gonna go from cloudy to clear. And that's when I wanna stop stirring. This is very boiling. Down, 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 down. Oh my goodness. So this mixture came to a boil very quickly actually. I'm gonna stop stirring. At this stage, once you have the sugar dissolved and you're in this solution, you wanna stop because stirring can, same thing, encourage crystallization. At this point, it just looks like boiling water. What starts to happen is you'll notice that the mixture will kind of become more viscous. The bubbles will get larger and be much slower to pop. So it goes from like boiling water bubbles to more sugar bubbles. There's a subtle color change that happens even before you start seeing the golden color where the whole thing starts to turn like a tiny bit beige. I'm not really getting a lot of like popping bubbles because there is basically no more water left. And again, it's at that point at which it will start to caramelize. If you were to just cook straight caramel and pour it into the tart shell, it would be like hard like glass. It would have that hard cracked texture, but by adding the cream and the butter, it's adding enough fat and liquid that it creates that sort of perfect texture that's like a little bit softer than a caramel candy, but firm enough to slice. So what I want to do is continue to cook this until it's a very, very deep amber color. Not quite burned, but I want to develop some of the bittersweet flavors that you get when you cook a dark caramel. It's very fluid, no more bubbles, so it's looking really good. I have a little landing pad to take it off the heat. So the idea here is I have the caramel off the heat, but there's still tons of heat in the actual sugar. So I want to halt the cooking. So the cream is room temp, it could even be slightly warm. And I'm adding it a little bit at a time because as it hits the hot sugar, it causes the moisture in the cream to evaporate and it will kind of sputter and steam. So you just want to be careful. You don't want any steam burns or anything like that, or any sputtering caramel to hit your skin.
Ew.
Now I'm going to add my brown butter.
Look at this. Watch this.
Caramel.
Look.
Gives it that kind of chewy, soft texture that I want. The brown butter flavor from those caramelized milk solids is going to just like enhance and intensify the flavor of the caramel. I'm going to also add my salt. This is a salted caramel. So this is a teaspoon of Diamond Crystal Kosher. If you're using Morton, use half the amount. And I'm stirring constantly. So I'm adding the butter about a tablespoon at a time and stirring really, really well to incorporate each addition. I'm going to add my vanilla, about a teaspoon. If you really want to, you could use vanilla bean and do the scraping from like a half of a pod. That would be delicious. So here is the texture of the caramel. It's still very hot, and as it cools, it will firm up quite a bit. We're going for a texture that's like soft enough that it doesn't stick in your teeth, but firm enough to slice. So I'm gonna grab my cooled tart shell, and I'm gonna pour in my caramel filling. So same thing as with the crust, this is a good amount of caramel, so I might not want to use all of it, although I think this looks fine. The ganache is a really simple kind of stir together topping, but I am going to use the saucepan again, so I want to rinse this out. This I'm going to stick in the fridge so that it can firm up and kind of accelerate that cooling and like hardening process, and then we'll top it off with the chocolate.
This ganache part, I'm excited for this too.
Step or component, the ganache, is very, very simple. I'm going to start with some heavy cream. This is a half a cup. I'm going to get it into my saucepan. Now, I have in front of me 4 ounces of chopped semi-sweet or bittersweet chocolate. You just don't want to go above 70%. Once you get above 70% when it comes to ganache, the chocolate, it just has a tendency to split or break. And I'm going to weigh out 1.5 ounces
of that brown butter. Yep.
Add to my cream 1 tablespoon of the corn syrup. Now in a ganache setting, the corn syrup is there for gloss and will help to keep it nice and sliceable. I'm gonna put this over medium heat and bring it to just under a simmer. I don't want it to boil. I don't want it to be that hot. Chocolate ganache is a pretty temperature sensitive thing. And like high heat, lots of heat in your cream
it's
will
gonna
just
separate.
lead to like a greasy, split, broken ganache, which I don't want. Just whisk to dissolve that corn syrup. I'm at just under a simmer. You can see that it's steaming. I'm gonna take this off the heat. I'm gonna bring it over here. So the chocolate goes in. I'm mixing this in my saucepan, mostly because I had this on induction, so the saucepan itself, it's like not that hot, but really it's better that you do this in a separate bowl. So I've added the chocolate and kind of swirled to get it incorporated, to get it kind of submerged in the cream. Now I'm gonna add my butter in little pieces and kind of dollop it over the surface of the cream. So this will also kind of warm as the chocolate melts. But I'm just gonna let this sit for several minutes, like 5 minutes is really all it needs. The chocolate was pretty finely chopped, so it's gonna melt relatively quickly. The chocolate has warmed up until it's ready to stir.
It's magic.
Right? Doesn't look good. We have this really nice, thick, but fluid, glossy ganache.
That looks so good. Like, that's why I want to make it. It's like there's no ingredients. It's like hardly any ingredients, and it's just like simple. Also, this music.
I'll let this set up for just about a minute. Actually, I think it's good now. You just don't want the ganache to be so liquid that even a light sprinkle of flaky salt, the salt kind of like settles and like submerges under the chocolate. You want it to kind of sit slightly on the surface. Back into the fridge, some time to set. The minimum time would be just really until the ganache is set, but I also want the bottom of the tart to be cool so that I know that the caramel has had a chance to set as well. So the bottom is a tiny bit warm still. So I'm comfortable leaving this in for like 20 minutes, probably at a minimum. So actually, I tested the tart after maybe 30 minutes or so, and the ganache was still slightly soft. So another 30, and I think it's at the perfect temperature for slicing. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut a piece.
Look at the slice.
It's very intense flavors here, so I'm gonna cut a thin
Look at the
wedge.
slice. Look at the slice. Oh my God.
So good.
So good.
Oh my gosh, beautiful.
So good.
Really nice proportion of crust. to
Look,
caramel to chocolate.
and it's so simple. It's like 2 ingredients. Like, please. Like, it's like 2 ingredients. It's not even that hard. Like, I gotta make it.
Crunchy on the bottom, golden brown. The caramel sliced really well. If I let it sit at room temp, it will start to ooze, but that's because it's that kind of soft, chewy texture.
So
The
good.
first thing that you get is like the bitterness of the chocolate, which is a really good thing because it balances out the sweetness of the caramel. It really is like an elevated candy bar. I think most importantly, the brown butter flavor enhances both the flavor of the chocolate and the caramel and takes this already kind of like very fancy feeling dessert and just takes it up a notch. And I want to thank our friends at Kerrygold for sponsoring this episode. Butter is an integral part of this recipe, as it is with so many of my recipes, and I just love using Kerrygold for all my baking and all my other sort of cooking and eating. So thank you so much. If you want to learn more about Kerrygold products, you can check out the link below. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
I want to make this. I have got to make this because it's so simple. It's not even that hard to make. It's really not even that hard to make. I know it's like 5 ingredients. So I think it's already in my favorites. No, it's not. Okay, now it is. Okay, good. Yeah, that is exactly what I need. Okay. I got somebody else for tennis. We're just waiting for him to come back. There's two things I want to watch. There's a channel that I like, of the scientist that just likes talking about things. I linked it actually in Identity. It was a video about Target. And it was a really fascinating video, but I didn't actually watch this. So this channel here, Talon Fitness.
This is Talon with another nutrition tier list. A series
his thing is making like food tier lists or whatever. I used to watch these a ton, but he made a sweets tier list, which is fascinating. I really want to watch it. So like we'll put it on, and then when tennis happens, I guess I'll switch over to that. And then we can...
Hello everybody, this is Talon with another nutrition tier list, a series where I break down all the options in a given food group and rank them based on how nutritious they are and how good they are for your health. Today I invite you to come with me and you'll be in a state of chronic inflammation. Yeah, this isn't going to be the most positive video because we're talking about sweets. Natural sweeteners to candies to desserts to nut butters, we're just gonna roll them all up into the least organized tier list I've ever made. While sure, you can get your sweets from natural foods like fruits, dairy, and certain vegetables, I assume that's not what most of you think when you hear the word. You probably prefer the artificial sweets made by man. And while chances are I can't in good faith endorse the overwhelming majority of those, you and I both know we're not gonna cut them out entirely, so we might as well talk about them. Only a couple things to get out of the way up front. This video is full of components that I'm pretty sure are universally agreed upon to be not great. Mainly added sugars, which I actually already made a whole video on, so I'm going to try not to harp too much on the bad when you already know it. The other disclaimer is that I'm going to be pretty generalized with many of these foods. There's a lot of different forms they can come in, so I just want to talk about the most popular or the definitive version of each food. I guess I could make a comprehensive candy or dessert tier list if there's interest, but I'm going to leave that up to y'all.
Candy or dessert.
Interesting, but I also might just lose my mind. Anyway, looking at the tiers for this video, we're going to be comparing the nutrient content and benefits of each food against any shortcomings or health concerns that they may have. Keep in mind that these lists are ranked independent of each other, so an A-tier sweet may not equate to an A-tier fruit or an A-tier vegetable. And this is a very important point this time, just remember what we're ranking. All numerical nutritional information on this list and across the series will be based on 100 grams of the individual food, for the sake of consistency and ease of comparison. And before we start, go ahead and let me know what's your favorite sweet and where you think it'll land. And
my favorite sweet. That's a good question. I mean, I go through moods, but like I really like me some cheesecake. I just like cake. I'm sorry. Like, I just like cake. Like, white cake with some icing. Like, I know people don't like icing, but it's just, it's the texture. It's so like, and it's like soft and it's like good and it's like, ugh, like, it's good. It's like, I love me some cake. like I love me. I don't really like chocolate cake. Sorry, like it's hard for me to find chocolate cakes that I really like. But yeah, it's like white cake. I'm just so into white cake. I mean, lemon cake is good too. If it's like a candy, I guess Reese's, but like I can only take so much candy until I start feeling like shit. So it's like, eh. Yeah, probably that. Lemon cake, white cake, yeah. Yeah, probably like that.
And in an effort to keep this video as short and sweet as possible, let's get
Haha.
to the list. Astonishingly, first on this list is a food with actually a lot to talk about. Almond butter is a high-calorie food with the best micronutrient profile on this list.
Oh, wow.
Yes, that's right, it's all downhill from here. Almond butter is ideally made with just almonds, but often has some oil or sugar added. It is the highest on this list in fat, mainly monounsaturated fat, the heart-healthy and cholesterol-friendly type that most people don't get enough of. Almond butter also stands out by having a substantial protein content as well as a relevant amount of fiber at about 10 grams. Being made largely of almonds, it's the best source on this list of vitamin E, an antioxidant that helps maintain immunity and skin health, manganese, which is used to form bones, connective tissue, and hormones, phosphorus, which is used structurally in bones and cell membranes, magnesium, a mineral that supports muscle and nerve function, and calcium, which is used to build your bones and teeth. It's also among the best sources of copper, vitamin B2, and zinc. It also contains arginine, which is great for healing and kidney function. Due to the high fat and protein contents, almond butter is a pretty satiating and blood sugar stable food. For often being considered a sweet, it is low in sugar as long as it's left untainted. But should you decide to get some, be aware of the added sugar and preservatives that are commonly thrown in. Despite not being perfect, almond butter is actually a real nutritious food, unlike most on this list. And it's going to be kicking off this slippery, syrupy slope of shame and sickness in the top tier.
Okay.
Ambrosia is a low-calorie sweet
Ooh,
with a solid
bitch.
micronutrient profile per calorie. It's quite the concoction, usually made of pineapple, mandarin oranges, marshmallow, coconut, and some kind of cream. But it often includes other fruits like banana, cherries,
Crema?
grapes, or strawberries. Being largely made of fruit, it has a relevant fiber content and a significant amount of vitamin C, an antioxidant also used for collagen synthesis. Its ingredients also contain certain components and antioxidants that can improve immune health and help manage blood pressure. Ambrosia is just as sweet, but more natural and less tampered with than everything else on this list. Thus, it ends up having much less of an impact on blood sugar. Honestly, this is a great sweet tooth tamer, and as far as sweets go, it's about as good as we're gonna get. I'm gonna put ambrosia in the A tier. Baklava is a higher calorie dessert with a
Baklava?
moderate micronutrient profile. It's popular in the Mediterranean and Middle Eastern regions. It's made of phyllo dough, butter, syrup, and nuts like walnuts and pistachios. And these nuts come with some healthy fats that can improve heart health, brain health, cholesterol levels,
I want
and hormone
baklava.
production. Nuts also provide some actual nutrients, including copper, selenium, and several B vitamins, while the vitamin A comes from the butter. It also contains a relevant protein content and a good starch to sugar ratio. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is still a dessert after all, but it's certainly not the worst dessert.
It'd be
It's actually
A
probably
tier?
better than a lot of people's meals, as sad as that is. And on this list, I'm going to put baklava in the B tier.
Oh, wow, okay.
Oh, this is where it all goes downhill. Brownies are a higher calorie dessert with a decent micronutrient profile. They're typically made of flour, cocoa, butter or oil, eggs, and a lot of sugar. They muster up some protein from their various ingredients, and the most common type of fat is monounsaturated fat. It's a decent source of copper, manganese, selenium, and vitamin A, and it does contain some antioxidants from the cocoa. But also, that's a lot of sugar. I'm going to be saying that a lot today. Despite not being complete garbage nutritionally, I'm going to put brownies in the D tier. And
Oh,
yes, it does get worse
no!
than this. For example, butterscotch is a moderately caloried sweet with a 9 non-existent micronutrient profile. It's typically made of just brown sugar and butter. Now, some studies have said that it may improve brain function for some reason. I don't know who took the time to figure that out or why, but there you go. Anyway, butterscotch is just sugar, surprising literally no one. And it is the first of many today to earn the dishonor of going in the F tier. Chocolate cake is an average calorie dessert with a mediocre micronutrient profile. I chose chocolate cake because it seems to be the most popular type, and in many ways it's kind of just worse brownies. It's got
Worse
protein from the
brownies!
eggs and the flour and some fat from the butter and the chocolate, and minor amounts of micros, namely copper and selenium from them as well. Bake that in with a whole lot of sugar and likely refined starch, and you get a treat that maybe really should just be saved for birthdays. Cake is going to be joining its baked brother in the D tier.
No!
Or caramel, I don't really know which one's correct.
It's just sugar.
I'm too scared to ask, is an average calorie sweet with a mild micronutrient profile. It's made of butter, cream, and of course, sugar. Surprisingly, its protein does exist, and it's actually a mild source of vitamin B2,
Really?
phosphorus, and calcium. Whatever it's called also contains certain compounds like aldehydes and melanoidins, which are believed to have antioxidant effects. Also, holy crap, it's 2/3 sugar. You can send that identity crisis of an abomination straight to the F tier. Hallelujah.
Whoa!
Cashew butter is a high-calorie food with an impressive micronutrient
Cashew
profile.
butter? Who the
In a
fuck is eating
perfect
that?
world, it's made with just cashews, but in this processed purgatory we live in, it's often riddled with vegetable oils and added sugar. Either way, it's pretty high in protein, and it has a genuinely impressive monounsaturated fat content just behind that of almond butter. This, of course, being the healthiest type of fat, especially for your heart. Cashew butter is also the best source of copper, crucial for the formation of red blood cells, zinc, which is needed for proper immune function and wound healing, vitamin B1 thiamine, which helps turn food into energy, and vitamin B5 pantothenic acid, which assists in energy production, while it's also a great source of magnesium and phosphorus. Cashew butter is a legitimately nutritious food, and its nutrients contribute to heart health, brain health, bone health, immune function, and a sweet flavor without aggravating your blood sugar. It should basically just be cashews, one of the better nuts in another form. I praise them for how complete they are in the past, and most of that applies here. Watch out for additives, and even in its purest form, keep an eye out for excess calories. But at least those calories are doing something, and I feel fine putting cashew butter in the top tier. Cheesecake is an average calorie dessert with a mild micronutrient profile.
Cheesecake, don't do this to me!
Butter, cream cheese, eggs, and sugar, it's got a lot to pull from. These ingredients give it some protein, a fair amount of fat, mainly saturated and monounsaturated, and a notable dose of vitamin A proper. It also tends to just have less sugar than most desserts on average. Still more than you should have on a regular basis, but as far as desserts go, you could do a lot worse. And homemade cheesecake can be made not terrible if you make a conscious effort to opt out of certain ingredients. Maybe I'm a tad biased because this is a personal favorite of mine, but I think B tier fits here.
B tier?
One of the few foods on this list with some actual substance, dark chocolate is a high-calorie treat with a wonderful micronutrient profile. It's made of cocoa solids, cocoa butter, and usually some sugar and milk fat. In order to qualify as dark chocolate, it must contain at least 70% cocoa solids. Dark chocolate is the best protein source not counting nut butters, and it has the highest fiber content per gram at 11% fiber. Containing high amounts of both soluble and insoluble fiber, this can benefit gut health and aid with proper digestive function. It's also the best source on this list of iron, which the body uses to make hemoglobin, a protein in your red blood cells that transports oxygen to all the cells in the body. And it's among the best sources of copper, manganese, magnesium, phosphorus, and zinc. Dark chocolate naturally contains a hefty dose of fats, mainly oleic, palmitic, and stearic acid, so it's not actively heart harmful in moderation. Cocoa is also surprisingly antioxidant rich, containing flavonols and catechins that improve immune function and skin health. At its best, it's a pretty good food, especially since there's a lot of flexibility in the amount of sugar. But you should always double check this, as many brands use clever language to advertise dark chocolate when it doesn't actually fit the criteria. On top of that, be aware that in any form, this is still a very calorically dense food. But it is one of the few on this list that doesn't make me want to rip my hair out by its awfulness, and it can actually find a place in a healthy diet. As long as you're smart about it, I think dark chocolate goes in the A tier. Milk chocolate is a higher calorie sweet with a surprisingly sufficient micronutrient profile. It's basically just dark chocolate, but with less cocoa and more sugar. Milk chocolate often still contains some real nutrients, a protein content comparable to that of dark chocolate, some fat and fiber remnants from the same source, notable amounts of copper, phosphorus, and B vitamins, including vitamin B12, and cocoa's antioxidants, namely its flavonols. It obviously has varying amounts of sugar ranging from high to very high, but to be honest, I don't know why this is the go-to example of an unhealthy food, as you can definitely do worse, and we're going to continue to do so. I feel milk chocolate best belongs in the C tier. White chocolate is a higher calorie sweet.
Oh, here we go.
Profile. It's different due to containing no cocoa solids, mainly only cocoa butter, milk solids, and sugar. Here we've got the lowest protein content and the worst fatty acid profile of the chocolate trio. A fair bit of phosphorus, vitamin B12, and calcium, and on average more sugar than milk chocolate, with nearly no fiber to speak of, making it easily the worst for blood sugar.
Damn, bitch.
This pale imitation pales in comparison to its cocoa solid containing brothers, and I'm going to put white chocolate in the B tier. Churros are an average calorie treat with a middling micronutrient profile. They're made of a special flour fried in oil and coated with cinnamon sugar. They're actually the best source on this list of folate, a vitamin that plays a role in red blood cell and DNA formation, and they're among the best sources of selenium. Usually they have some protein, I guess, but they're often eaten powdered or syrupy. The cool part is you can just make them
What
with
the fuck?
sugar and more cinnamon, because cinnamon is amazing and we like it here. Overall, not the worst dish on here. I'm going to put churros in the B tier.
Okay.
And speaking of cinnamon rolls are a somewhat higher calorie treat with a mediocre micronutrient profile. They're made of flour, milk, butter, eggs, yeast, sugar, and of course, cinnamon. They're somehow the best source on this list of vitamin K, which is needed for effective blood clotting, and they're among the best sources of selenium and calcium. And again, cinnamon is cool, doing the bare minimum to offset blood sugar and inflammation. Unfortunately, this is a baked good that is always consumed with sugar, but not nearly as much as many others. And because of that, cinnamon rolls are going in the C tier. Chocolate chip cookies are a high-calorie treat with a passable micronutrient profile. I picked chocolate chip because, once again, they seem to be the most popular. They're made of flour, sugar, butter, eggs, and chocolate, and they contain some actual nutrients, some protein, and some copper and manganese, though, as to be expected, they're still mainly refined starch and sugar. Still, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but they are far from the worst thing on this list. I am somehow putting cookies in the C tier.
Cookies in the C
Custard is a
tier!
low-calorie sweet with a micronutrient profile that fits. It's made of milk or cream, sugar, eggs, and some kind of thickening agent. Custard is low in calories.
Cookies! Cookies!
Some protein and some copper and manganese, though, as to be expected, they're still mainly refined starch and sugar. Still, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but they are far from the worst thing on this list. I am somehow putting cookies in the C tier. Custard is a low-calorie sweet with a micronutrient profile that fits.
Cookies
It's made
in the
of
C
milk or
tier.
Cream, sugar, eggs, and some kind of thickening agent. Custard is lower in calories, mainly due to being lower in sugar than most dairy treats. It is a mild protein source per calorie and a moderate source of vitamin B12 and phosphorus. Though I will say these numbers are probably custard at its best, as many will have added sugar and preservatives. Still, this is one of the better dairy desserts, and I'm going to put it in the B tier.
Okay.
Glazed donuts are a somewhat high-calorie treat with a
nah.
second-rate micronutrient profile. There's some surprising nutritional merit here, as donuts contain some protein, a fair amount of the healthful monounsaturated fat, and it's actually one of the best sources of vitamin B1, thiamine. But on the flip side, it's mainly made of refined carbs and sugar. Sugar in it, sugar on it, and yet it's still far from the worst thing on this list. I'm putting donuts in the C tier, and yes, I can't believe those words just came out of my mouth either. Frosting is a high-calorie sweet with a micronutrient profile that astonishingly does exist. It's because it's not just made from sugar, but also some cream and butter. There's actually some vitamin B2, vitamin K, and vitamin E. And there's also too much sugar to ever redeem it. Fortunately, the F tier was formed for foods like frosting. Frozen yogurt is a lower-calorie treat with a varying micronutrient profile. It's made of milk, live cultures, sugar, and various flavors. Frozen yogurt separates itself from ice cream by being made of milk as opposed to cream, thus it tends to not be as fatty. Because of this, it's a lower-calorie, popular dairy dessert. It's a mild source of phosphorus, vitamin B12, and calcium per calorie, and it does have some gut-beneficial probiotics.
Damn it, bitch.
This is probably the food that varies the most depending on the brand. Protein and sugar contents in particular can be wildly different from one to another, and some do a better job of opting out of hazardous artificial flavors and preservatives than others too. This is one of those sweets that truly can be fairly harmless if intentionally made that way, and I'm putting frozen
Oh my God.
yogurt in the B tier out of respect for that potential. Fruitcake is an average calorie treat with a slight
Fruitcake?
micronutrient profile. It's typically made of flour, fruits like raisins, currants, and cherries, and nuts like almonds, pecans, and walnuts. Unfortunately, those fruits are often candied or dried, and they lose most of their nutritional and antioxidant value. I guess if I'm really reaching here, there is some fiber and iron, and due to the nuts, usually a significant amount of its fat is monounsaturated. But this pales in comparison to the often added sugar and the usually non-nutritious flour. Also, does anybody actually like this stuff? I've never seen anybody go out of their way to eat fruitcake. Regardless, it's going in the D tier. Fudge is a higher calorie sweet with a decent micronutrient profile. It's made of milk, butter, and sugar, and it's flavored with chocolate. Cocoa isn't even really an essential ingredient here. It contains some copper, and if I'm being generous, some flavonoid antioxidants accidentally included with the chocolate. Sure, it can be made with dark chocolate, but at that point, is it even fudge? This is just one of the truest examples of a sugar bomb, and it's going in the F tier.
Oh. 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 You know what I need? I need the Sharkeisha. Oh, really bad on my soundboard. Oh.
Gelatin is usually a low-calorie sweet with a pathetic micronutrient profile. It's usually made of just 2 ingredients.
It can't be that
and
bad.
Sugar.
Yeah.
Collagen is made of amino acids that can improve joint health, gut health, skin health, and brain function. However, this is minimal, very watered-down, and degraded collagen. In theory, it's just fine, but in practice, it vanishes in the waves of sugar, flavors, colors, and additives.
Oh,
this
no.
is such a nothing food compared to even most of these, and I'm going to put gelatin in the F
Oh
tier.
my God.
Gingerbread is an average
Not
calorie sweet
gingerbread.
with an adequate micronutrient profile. It's made of flour, molasses, sugar, butter, and spices, including ginger and cinnamon. It's among the better sources of selenium and a decent source of manganese, copper, magnesium, and iron. And it doesn't have the worst fatty acid profile out there. The amount of sugar in gingerbread can vary a bit, and while I do like ginger and cinnamon, they're barely there. I'm going to put gingerbread in the C tier. Gummies, as in gummy bears, gummy worms, and stuff like that, are an average calorie sweet with a non-existent micronutrient profile. They're made of sugar, sugary syrup, gelatin, and maybe some citric acid. And there is truly nothing here. The only positive I can think of is that they're chewy, so they take longer to eat, and thus you might eat less of them. This honestly may be the most automatic F-tier placement to date. Oh boy, I've been dreading this one. Hazelnut spread is a high-calorie sweet with a deceptively decent micronutrient profile. It's made of sugar, palm oil, cocoa, milk, and occasionally some hazelnut. This product barely resembles hazelnuts, though there is some protein, copper, manganese, vitamin E, and iron. Unlike nut butters, these are almost exclusively sugar-forward, with several of the most popular brands being over 50% sugar. Also, their oil of choice is palm oil, which let's just say is not the best when it comes to heart health and inflammation. I guess it's technically not the worst thing in the world, but its very nature pisses me off because it's often advertised as a healthy food. Maybe one day someone out there will make a good version of it. Heck, maybe someone already has, but in my experience, these are best avoided at all costs. Hazelnut spread is going in the D tier for disgrace. Next, we've got a more unique one that I'm actually pleased to talk about. Honey is an average calorie sweetener with a menial micronutrient profile. And technically it is basically just sugar, but its main selling point is that it's
antioxidants.
Sugar.
Yeah.
And this is because it's rich in antioxidants, cell-protective, anti-inflammatory compounds. And it is full of them. Quercetin, apigenin, catechin, naringenin, luteolin, caffeic acid, ferulic acid, coumaric acid, gallic acid, the list goes on. All of this results in it being better than sugar when it comes to LDL, blood pressure, and overall heart health. Now, don't get ahead of yourself. It is still overwhelmingly sugar, but I do believe that it is better than other foods on this list because of how it's actually used in practice. It is a sweetener or an addition, and it's not trying to pass itself off as a real food. And because of that, I'm going to put honey in the C tier. Ice cream is a slightly lower calorie sweet with a subpar micronutrient profile. Its ingredients include milk, cream, sugar, and whatever other flavorings. Compared to frozen yogurt, it's typically fattier due to being made more from cream, as the name would suggest. Some of these staple dairy nutrients are there, like vitamin B2, vitamin B12, phosphorus, vitamin A, and calcium, but none are really that relevant. Certainly when compared to the added sugars and artificial flavorings, colors, and preservatives. Sadly, we all knew how this one was going to go. I'm going to put ice cream in the D tier. Ice Pops are a comparatively low-calorie treat with a fictional micronutrient profile. They're mainly made of water, corn syrup, and fruit juice. And this is another one with truly nothing to talk about. Maybe the fruit juice has some plant compounds, maybe they include some electrolytes sometimes. It's mostly just frozen sugar water with food dyes, and because of that, I'm going to put Ice Pops in the D tier. Jam is an average calorie.
Okay,
food
Jam,
with a varying
wait.
micronutrient profile. It's made of fruit, sugar, usually an acid like lemon juice, and often a thickener like pectin. And I want to establish up front that this is another food that can vary a lot. These are the numbers for your typical store-bought jam. They usually have a decent vitamin C content and a variety of antioxidants depending on the base fruit. They also often contain pectin, a prebiotic that feeds beneficial intestinal bacteria. When homemade, jam can be pretty innocent due to your control, but many store-bought jams contain artificial flavors, preservatives, and food dyes. And in case you were wondering the difference, jam is made with real fruit, while jelly is only made with fruit juice, which results in it being even less nutritious. I'm going to put jam in the B tier out of respect for what it can be, but most in reality deserve far worse. Coconut macaroons are a higher calorie treat with a lousy micronutrient profile. They're made of sweetened coconut, condensed milk, vanilla, and often eggs and some more sugar. A significant amount of its calories come from the primary coconut saturated fat, lauric acid, which has antimicrobial, heart, and skin health benefits. So it could be far worse as far as fats go. Macaroons also contain some copper, but generally they're just a lot of sugar, and there's much better ways to get your coconut. Thus, macaroons are going to the D tier. Maple syrup is a low-ish calorie sweet with a lopsided micronutrient profile. It's the best source on this list of manganese, which plays roles in bone health and brain function, and vitamin B2 riboflavin, which mainly functions in energy metabolism. It's rich in polyphenol antioxidants, namely quebecol, a notable anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer.
Oh my God.
Maple syrup is slightly better than refined sugar when it comes to gut health and insulin resistance. That being said, it's still mainly just sugar, but like honey, this gets some bonus points because of how you're actually going to use it in practice. An occasional worthy inclusion, I think maple syrup should go in the C tier. Marshmallows are an average calorie treat with a feeble micronutrient profile.
Feeble?
They're mainly made of sugar, corn syrup, and gelatin. There is minimal protein from gelatin collagen, in case you were wondering, but this is mainly just 50 shades of sugar, and as such, marshmallows are going straight to the F tier. Molasses is an average calorie sweetener with a genuinely impressive micronutrient profile. It's a byproduct of sugarcane or sugar beet extraction. Molasses is the best source on this list of vitamin B6, which is mainly needed for brain development and function, potassium, which is used in cellular fluid balance, and selenium, an antioxidant also needed to make DNA. It's also among the best sources of manganese and magnesium. And there's even more, as the iron means that it's better than sugar for those that are anemic, while the calcium is better than sugar for your bones. Molasses is richer in polyphenol antioxidants. It's believed to help relieve joint pain, and it's also been used as a natural remedy for constipation. If for some reason you're interested in optimizing your sugar game, like honey, this is another way to do it. Don't actually expect it to make that much of a difference, though. Still, I think
I don't want to do
exceeded
this.
all of our expectations, and it's going to be going in the C tier. Parfait is a low-calorie treat with a solid micronutrient profile. It's made of usually yogurt, but sometimes cream, as well as fruit, nuts, and granola. Assuming it's made with yogurt, it's the best source on this list of vitamin B12, which is used in the synthesis of red blood cells and DNA. And it's often among the best sources of vitamin C.
No.
Varying protein content and prebiotics that can feed gut bacteria. So it has more to do with what you add to it: fruit, nuts, granola, ricotta, honey, tahini, etc., most of which we've covered before. The main pro here is the control you have when you make it yourself. You gotta choose your additions wisely because commercially produced parfaits you usually don't. There's almost always an excess of preservatives and added sugar, but this is not representative of one of the best sweets as a whole. Dare I say it, there's layers to its goodness, and I can't imagine anybody saying they don't like
S
it
tier?
or complaining that it's going in the A tier.
What?
Rounding out our nut butter trio, peanut butter is a high-calorie food
Oh, that's
with an
S tier.
imposing micronutrient profile. It's ideally made of just peanuts, but many contain vegetable oils and some kind of sugar. It is the highest in protein on this list, unironically a pretty good source. And it is mostly monounsaturated fat, unironically an even better source of this heart-healthy and anti-inflammatory fat type that most people are lacking in. Protein and fat are the more satiating macronutrients, so you can somewhat satisfy/train your sweet tooth without it getting out of control. It's also the best source on this list of vitamin B3, niacin, which helps mainly in converting food into energy. And it's among the best sources of manganese, vitamin E, phosphorus, magnesium, and vitamin B6. Peanut butter also contains some powerful antioxidants, including coumaroic acid and resveratrol. Now you do want to be selective when picking your peanut butter. Avoid added sugars and most oils, especially hydrogenated oils that are somehow still around. Basically, if the ingredients list says anything more than just peanuts and maybe salt, it's probably best to keep looking. In the end, this is one of the few non-naturally occurring sweet foods that I think can be genuinely great, and thus peanut butter is going in the top tier. Apple pie is an average calorie dessert with a lousy micronutrient profile. I picked apple because that seems to be the most popular and iconic. It's made of flour, butter, sugar, spices, and whatever fruit or nut or whatever is used for the filling. And this dessert has the minimal amount of everything. Protein, fiber, healthy fats, antioxidants, it's all there, but it's not worth giving any more time to. And other than that, it's got some sugar, though it
What's
can
wrong
be
with
made
pie?
without much if you so choose. At this point, y'all should know what to expect out of a dessert. They're not exactly designed with nutrition in mind. So yeah, pie is going in the D tier. Vanilla pudding is a lower calorie treat with a negligible micronutrient profile. It's made of milk, sugar, vanilla, and a thickener like cornstarch. There's not really much to say here besides that it's usually a very sugary food. Most store-bought and homemade puddings are there to taste good and to look like they taste good. It obviously can be made better with actively good ingredients, but at that point just eat something that's not pudding. So in summary, sugar, preservatives, and artificial colors, and nothing positive to speak of, so pudding is going to the F tier. Orange sherbet is a lower calorie sweet with a lacking micronutrient profile. It's made of milk or cream, sugar, lemon juice, and orange juice. It's usually lower calorie than other frozen treats, mainly due to containing less fat, but the sugar is all the same. In fact, that actually causes the sugar to go straight to your system even quicker. There are sugar-free options out there that make use of other sweeteners, but that's not what we're judging here. Classic sherbet has no real positives, and there's no pity points here, so it's going straight to the F tier. And last on this list is one that I actually praised fairly recently. Whipped cream is an average calorie treat with a mild micronutrient profile. It's actually the best source on this list of vitamin A, which maintains macular and immune functions. Most whipped creams are actually mainly fats with varying amounts of sugar, so it kind of resembles an average dairy product. More importantly, whipped cream is like honey or maple syrup in the sense that it's intended to be an add-on. And due to its light and airy texture, it doesn't take much to sweeten whatever it's topping. I'll even admit there's a slight bias to this one, but I think my logic is sound enough, and whipped cream is going to wrap up this list in the B tier. So this ended up somehow being worse and not as bad as I was expecting, and I think I mainly attribute that to the fact that I didn't dig into the endless variety of many of these. In the real world, some will be better than what I showed, and some will be much worse. But I think the bottom line is that most of this was not made with health and nutrition in mind. In fact, I can't in good faith recommend you eat much of anything below the A tier besides the few that I mentioned that are simply toppings. But I know that's probably not going to stop you from eating them sometimes anyway, so it doesn't hurt to address the elephant in the room. Now, if you enjoyed this video, or at the very least learned a little something, I encourage you to subscribe as I have plenty more of these on the way. I also encourage you to share it with someone who you think might find it useful or interesting. Go ahead and let me know down in the comments what other food groups you think I should rank. And as I say every time, all I ask is that you do your own research and advocate for your body. You only get the one.
You're gonna have to wait a second. Hang on.
Yay!
Change court.
Yeah, DX, go ahead and put it on. Or link it. Oh, fuck me. Unfortunate. What the fuck are we doing back here?
Match point.
Ooh.
Match point. 6 all. Change court.
Nice. Okay.
Match point.
Yay.
Game, set, and match server.
Ugh. All right, okay. I don't hate Luigi. I don't hate this. Wait. But that was kind of fun. Wait. That was kind of fun. Low key, high key. Wait, that was kind of fun. Wait a minute. Where's he at in terms of doubles? Oh, that's me. All right. Are we bad or what? Yeah, me too, girl. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Hit him with that. Yay! Yay! Exactly. Right, right. Hit him with the like. Oh, okay. Fuck. Yeah. This shit is gonna hurt so bad. No!
6-5. Match point.
Oh my god.
Change court.
Yay!
Oh, that's not good.
Advantage server. Match point.
No!
Receiver.
No! 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 Damn. I could have sworn he was gonna attack the right. Fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck.
Hi. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi.
Alright, this is probably the last one. Sound good? Yay! Alright, let's do it. Oh yeah, the video, you're right.
Hello, I'm Scruffy, and today we're talking about Sonic the Hedgehog. But that's a huge umbrella of topics, so let's narrow it down to specifically the music of Sonic. But that's a huge umbrella of topics, so I'd like to focus on a few iconic examples that illustrate something neat in Sonic's wide gamut of music, especially in those heart-pumping hard rock songs with lyrics of grandeur and power, and most of all, a sense of speed. These songs are perfect for running at high speed, which feels like a musical complement to the gameplay. The vocals carry a lot of energy, the drums blaze through rhythms, and with each passing Sonic title, the melodies seem to get faster and faster. Do these songs ever seem too fast? To address that question, let's focus in on one aspect of music that's harder to notice than most: harmonic rhythm. And I should put a disclaimer here, this description of harmonic rhythm mainly applies to popular music genres or music that follows pop music conventions. Now, rhythm, generally, is a pattern of occurrences in time, and it tells us how fast music feels based on how often information changes. Within any piece of pop music, there are several rhythms going on at once. There's often a tempo, which is a regular pulse that all other rhythms reference. On top of that, there's often a percussive rhythm that frames the infinite tempo into small, finite pieces that flavor the music. On top of that is a melodic rhythm, the timing of the most prominent sound in the music. And resting in between the melodic rhythm and the percussive rhythm, there's a harmonic rhythm, a rhythm to harmony, how quickly chords or countervoices or supporting sounds change. This is the meat of the music. This is what contextualizes the melody and adds a sense of direction to the motion of the beat. But it's harder to hear than the other rhythms because it's specifically not the most prominent sound, and what constitutes a change in harmonic rhythm is harder to define. For instance, harmonic rhythm isn't the strumming pattern of a rhythm guitar part, it's how often that part changes chords. Even when the chords are power chords, it can be difficult to isolate this rhythm. Well, let's hear this theme, Green Hill Zone, without the prominent melodic parts, and see if you can notice a pattern to the harmonic changes. Knuckles here will help. He'll take a step every time the chord changes.
Yep.
In this case, the harmonic rhythm is pretty consistent. You can hear that with each chord, the bass plays the root note, this instrument outlines the chord with 4 notes, and another instrument plays 2 of the chord's constituents at once. These are all rhythms in themselves, but they all contribute to one very slow rhythm of chords changing. How about the turnaround of the song? All of the parts change, but they're still outlining chords, and the chords change half as fast. Again, it's not easy to hear explicitly. The bass is more elaborate this time. It's playing scales rather than just root notes. I instead look to this instrument, which is consistently playing an arpeggio of whatever chord we're on. When all these changes seem to suggest a new harmony, the harmonic rhythm has progressed. It's something you feel in music, often more than hearing it. There is a part of the Green Hill Zone theme in which the harmonic rhythm and melodic rhythm are the same, and that's in the opening of the song. Here, this one instrument is playing only chords. There's no other harmonic information except the bass, which maintains C as the foundation of these chords. So, even though that prevents this part of the song from moving very far harmonically, the other instrument tells us both the melody and the harmony. That makes it homorhythmic, a sound in which the melody and accompanying parts move as one. In Sonic's wide selection of music, though, this is an exception, not the rule. It's far more often we'll get melody-dominant homophonic music. Homophony is the relationship between melody and chords, which covers a great deal of popular music genres and the majority of Sonic music. Melody-dominant homophony, as you might guess, focuses on the melody while the chords take a supportive role, and understandably don't move as often as the melody. So, let's take our visual aid to a more recent example of Sonic music, such as the theme from the City Escape stage in Sonic Adventure 2. This time, Sonic will be taking a step to define the pulse of the drum set. Tails will be taking a step for every note of the melody, which is the most ear-catching part. Knuckles will again step for every harmonic change. So, keep your eyes on these 3, and let's listen to this homophonic texture. On your mark, get set, go.
Banner.
Okay, let's take a look at our pedometers here. Sonic got the farthest and achieved a nice multiple of 8 because the rhythmic feel of the drums stays consistent. Tails, not nearly as far, because the melody has a unique rhythm and spacing that makes it stand out. And Knuckles took even fewer steps because the chords change so slowly. Okay, but let's try a faster tune. How about one of my favorites from Sonic Unleashed, Windmill Isle?
Oh, yes.
That one's significantly
Oh,
faster,
yeah.
pushing 200 beats per minute, and has a different style inspired by remixed bossa nova. This one ought to get these three to take more steps, right? Since it has so many working parts to it. Let's listen to one of the most complex parts of this song.
I don't like this a lot because it reminds me of Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. It used to do that a lot.
Okay, that's a lot of information at once. But Knuckles still hasn't traveled far relative to the others, even with all that accordion playing, syncopated rhythms in the guitars, and fancy bass licks. That accordion is a taste of polyphony, which is the relationship between a melody and other melodies. The strings are the dominant melody here, just ask Tails, while the accordion is playing a smooth contour of notes as though it's an improvised solo, which counts as a second melody. But even with these interlocking parts, and even if they venture outside the strict notes of a chord, they're all still referencing a harmony that, compared to everything else, moves pretty slow. Then there's the interesting case of fist bump, the theme most commonly associated with Sonic Forces. This one flies through 217 beats per minute, and feels even faster because not only are the drums booking it through 8th notes and 16th notes, the harmonic rhythm changes often. Knuckles has his work cut out for him on this one. Let's listen through a long excerpt.
I can't do this alone, even though I am strong. Need something more than me, someone to push me to victory. Let's see what we can do together, me and you. Can't be afraid to try. Kiss your fears goodbye. No looking back. You and I were on the attack. Full speed ahead, running to the sunset. Such a different feeling. Both of us believing we can make it better.
Okay. Just a sec. Now, Knuckles still came in last, but he's gone through more harmonic content than usual. And as for the actual harmonies he stepped through, they're all over the place. The thing about the previous examples is that their harmonies all have one home key, the tonal center around which the whole piece of music revolves. For Green Hill Zone, it's C major. All of the chords are orbiting around C major, and C major is established in the beginning of the song and the end of major phrases. In Windmill Isle, it's F major. Most of the harmonies float above F major before resolving on it with this convenient gesture. But in Fist Bump, you have all these harmonies that don't resolve. The beginning of the song makes it seem like C minor will be the tonal center, and the beginning of the lyrics suggests that as well, until this part. That has nothing to do with C minor, it's suggesting F sharp major. Then it climbs up to A major, then B major, then G sharp major, and none of this tells us where it's going to go next. This fragmented series of harmonic progressions plus the fast harmonic rhythm make the resulting song feel like it's constantly switching directions. It doesn't have a clear path, it's a dense forest, and you have very little time to think it through. In a way, it reflects the stage set by Sonic Forces. Sonic has been outmatched by a dangerous new villain and imprisoned by Dr. Eggman, who proceeds to take over most of the world. Sonic's friends and a new character the player creates are the last remaining resistance against Eggman's forces. The odds are stacked against them, the world is armed against them, and with Sonic's whereabouts and condition uncertain, their own direction is unclear. But does that stop them? Well, I'll let the song answer.
Together we can show the world what we can do. You are next to me and I'm next to you. Push me on through until the battle's won.
Of course they persevere. This is about teamwork, determination, and the will to resist the forces of evil. So the song evens out to a chorus in E minor, with a slow harmonic rhythm, harkening back to all the adventures Sonic and company have made it through before. At last a direction is clear, and what's more, the harmonic rhythm interestingly gets half as fast in the next phrase.
Okay,
Singer
this
and
this
lyricist
animating
Doug
this
Robb
way is really
belts
good.
out how two heads are better than one, how the two of us hold the key, and that key is now E major, a positive twist on the rest of the song. Even with Sonic still taking as many steps as he takes here, Knuckles is taking the harmonic rhythm very slowly, and that gives us a moment of pause. Amid all this crisis, even traveling as fast as this song travels, there's still time to reflect on how this grand test makes the bond between two friends stronger. And honestly, surrounded by much more complex parts, that makes the rest of the song feel contrastingly faster. I suppose that's what I'm getting at here. Sonic songs may feel fast at times, and they have gotten faster in tempo over the years, but the melody of this hero, and even more so the harmonic rhythms supporting it, have a clear direction that travels slowly and steadfast. Harmonic rhythm is a pretty latent thing to hear in music, and not exactly easy to define, but I'd say it scores Sonic gameplay well.
I agree.
You're traveling fast in Sonic games, but the level layout is rarely so dense that you lose your sense of direction. On the contrary, heading forward is intuitive and exhilarating, and sometimes mandatory. It's almost like the percussive rhythm is the pure velocity, and the harmonic rhythm is the inertia, the resolute desire to stay the course and not start, stop, or turn too quickly. That's what makes Sonic music feel naturally fast. With that, I'm Scruffy, and thank you very much for watching.
That's a good video. He animated it really, really, really well. He definitely exemplifies it really, really well with the Knuckles, Tails, and Sonic. This is really interesting. What a way to think about it too. I like that. That's good. That's a really good video actually. I find that with most of the later Sonic songs, like anything in 3D Sonic, probably because I'm like not as familiar with it, but there's just something intuitively that I feel with like Genesis Advance era Sonic, right? That I really feel this, like, especially in CD. Oh my god, CD 1, 2, and 3, they just do this really, really well. And I feel like it's easier to hear when you have a lot more simple instruments going on, right? Which is why I like those de-oscillations really a lot. Like, those are fun. Green, hill, zone, deconstructed. These are always so fun. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta pee, but these are so fun. When they take all the channels apart, it's so cool. Alright, be right back.